We don't need a bunch of cats in here looking in the mirror. Be a dog.
105.1 and 1080.
We don't need no meows. We don't need no cats. We need more dogs.
The Fan.
Hey, what it do?
Ahoy!
What's up, everybody?
You know,
What's everybody doing? How you guys
watching
doing today?
the Little League World Series, I guess.
Yeah. Who's in the finals?
Couldn't tell you.
Are we in the finals yet?
Someone broke the camera. There was the foul ball that shattered the camera. I guess it's just Sports Center, and they were showing Little League World Series highlights. I have
Is
no
Oregon
idea.
in it?
Is who?
Oregon.
I couldn't tell you, man.
I think Oregon got eliminated by Washington in the Northwest region.
Are you serious?
The Washingtonians.
I think Oregon needs a new coach.
Well, which Little League?
Yeah. Well, these are like,
All of them.
They're all-star teams, right?
They're all-star teams, but it's not like you're pulling all the kids from the state. It's all just one from one Little League playing the next Little League playing the next Little League. So, and then it,
But
it
we all
goes
know those. I mean, you know.
Yeah, it all ends up being like if you get a kid from Salem
Yeah.
that's like the next Alex Rodriguez, something tells me he's going to end up on a Portland team.
Well, Murray Hill was the Little League team that was representing Oregon this year, and they have gone to the Little League World Series before and maybe even won it. I want to say Darwin Barney was a Murray Hill Little League guy. So
Yeah. The Little League World Series, this is going to be an interesting, I'm going to try to thread this needle.
Oh, boy.
It's the best event that I don't care about and I think is kind of dumb. But I appreciate, like, that's why I said I'm threading the needle because in theory, it's really cool. Like the little kids, they go and you get to play on the big league stage.
yeah, they
and
get to feel like it's big time.
get to feel like it's big time. Like that part of it is great. Everything that surrounds the Little League World Series,
The way we
incredibly
cover it,
dumb
yeah.
and creepy. It's a lame attempt by parents to live out like fantasies, and it's just full of shady characters and douchey coaches and sliding gloves and and then you get some the fact that it's on ESPN and it's just it's taken something that should be pure and awesome and at the core it is, and it's just kind of poisoned it. Like whenever I see someone that's like when they raising money to send a kid, they sending the team there, and you're like, well, no, I'm not. Why would I pay for your kid to go play 11-year-old baseball?
Yeah, Jill just bought a new $60,000 Highlander last week.
Costs a lot of money for Jill to travel there.
I forget who it
She's
was.
not going to do it on her own dime. She has that car payment.
Right? I think it was it Alyssa Milano?
It was a celebrity mom, yeah.
Or maybe it was Katie. I don't know. It was
someone like that.
It was a celebrity mom who had a GoFundMe for their Little League team. I'm like, are you S-ing me right now? Like, you think this is a joke, right? We're doing bits? And meanwhile, like that entire team, like you said, they all have like sliding gloves and they're wearing like $200 cleats. And you're like, well, okay, well, if mom and dad can't afford to go to Williamsport, then I guess you're not going to Williamsport.
It was Alyssa Milano. Well done.
Like, yeah, somehow that kid's going to go there, but it's not for the kid to go. It's so that the parents can go. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not paying for you to go watch your 10-year-old play baseball in Pennsylvania. We're not doing that.
Yeah, she put up a link on a GoFundMe for her son's baseball team to make the trip to Cooperstown, and she was looking for $10,000 from other people.
Who was that you said?
Alyssa Milano.
The real Alyssa
The
Milano?
real Alyssa Milano.
The one and only.
Yeah.
What do you suppose she's worth?
More than $10,000. I mean,
Is she worth 15 million bucks?
I would assume so. Yes.
Boy.
She is worth.
She's been working consistently for probably 40 years.
Oh, it says $10 to $15 million.
Oh, $15 million.
So,
And she's asking for 10 G's to go. Boy, I tell you what, man,
start that OnlyFans, Alyssa. You'll make it.
I really like her, but that is, we had a segment yesterday on awareness, general awareness.
Yeah.
Boy,
Yeah.
does that show a lack of it.
Read the room a little bit. Read
Yeah.
the room. Now,
Boy,
when I see the teams from
Girl!
when I see the team from like Aruba or Venezuela, I tend to like I can appreciate that because some of those kids come from nothing. I mean, abject poverty. But most of the kids that are going in the United States, we know where those kids are coming from, and it's not inner city Brooklyn. Okay.
It's places where they're paying for private lessons and
Thank
playing
you.
year-round on travel teams.
Yeah,
and-
it's the Jesuit kids, and that's fine by all means. I wish you nothing but the best, but don't give me this, it's like this feel-good great story, there's probably some kid that's upset that the family trip to Greece had to get postponed for another month so that they can go to Williamsport. And, hey, win or lose, I'll be in Europe in the next 4 days, says the first baseman.
Well, I will take a more measured approach to this.
Yeah.
And I will say that not all families can afford to go on these trips. You know, if you get a team and they have a little magic.
Yeah.
And they make it to Williamsport.
An 11-year-old magic?
Well, this has happened here locally with a friend of mine who, and they're not rich, and the families of the kids that are on the team aren't rich, and they did need to raise money. It costs a lot of money to go out there, and it was a once in a lifetime thing, and so I get all that. That being said,
well,
I just find and have always found the really insular sort of neighborhood, cliquey, little league sports culture of parents really cringy.
Yes,
it's
that's all I'm saying.
It's really cringy, and it's really, again, it's about awareness. It's like, you need to come up for air. I get it. You're inundated with your kids' stuff, and you got you're shuffling kids to practices here and there, and your whole world revolves around his 2 at-bats.
But then their identities do too, and it's too much.
Yes, come up for air. Just look around. There is a whole world out here that doesn't give a rip.
Thank you.
And I just think more parents need to get out of that that hex that they get into. And I get it. It's easy to fall into that hex. Just a little awareness.
Like I watched this kid, Connecticut and Nevada are playing, or just got done playing, right? And they're showing this kid from Connecticut, by the way. And he's got a pink.
Why did you say that?
Connecticut.
They're showing this kid from Connecticut. Connecticut, by the way.
It's Connecticut, I believe, is the richest state in the union.
Oh, I thought it was Massachusetts.
I'm pretty sure it's Connecticut. Point is,
I get your point.
The little league team from Connecticut, it's not a bunch of scrappers that got put together. Yeah. And so they got this kid up there, and he's got a bright pink, neon green, and white bat. His specialty bat. He's wearing 7 necklaces. The $200 batting glove is in his back pocket.
He's got like a neon camo arm sleeve.
Arm sleeve with a Barry Bonds elbow sleeve protector. He's got a foot and shit. That dude's got $3,000 worth of gear on his body.
And he's dropping bombs.
Yeah, he was.
Well, he's a star, right?
Yeah, he's the star.
Well, there you go.
Hey, he's up there.
He's not a star without that stuff.
He's up there crushing homers, and we're like, man, it's the feel-good story of the year. Is it? Like, every catcher here is wearing specialized gear. It's just, that's not, when I think of Little League, if you wanted me to donate to a group of kids that were from a neighborhood that played on a sandlot sort of thing, and the third baseman didn't have a glove, that's why, when I see the Venezuelan team, seriously, the kids from, the Dominican Republic or, Venezuela, dude, some of those kids, they literally come from nothing. Like that. If you wanted me to donate to send those kids to get on an airplane for the first time in their life and to buy some kid a glove that's playing with a milk carton as a glove most of the time, that is a little better than donating to the feel-good story of the Connecticut Little League team and their sweet Bryce Harper eye black.
Median household income,
2013
to 2023. Connecticut 10th in the United States.
Okay.
So very poor.
Very poor. I do think Connecticut then, maybe it's that they have the richest, maybe it's the richest county.
Number 1 is Washington, D.C., followed by Massachusetts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
someone said I was looking around Dick's the other day. Football cleats were $250. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yikes.
Stuff is, and now I feel bad for parents because little Johnny comes home and says, I need the $200 cleats. I need the $75 sliding glove. I need the $300 bat. I need this. I ought to have this necklace. I have to have the Under Armour or the Nike Pro, whatever, the dry fit gear. I need my arm sleeves. And you're like, you don't. But then as a parent, you feel bad that your kid's not keeping up with the Joneses. And then there's, like you said, there's the travel team in every one of those tournaments. I don't know how some of these parents do it that are just like regular moms and dads. And it's like every dollar they have is spent on a 10 or 11-year-old travel team. And that's just, I think it's sometimes the idea of doing everything for your kid is not a good idea.
You know what the best event? I think you said Little League World Series is the best event you don't care about. Is that what you said?
And that I think is kind of crappy.
Okay. You know what mine is?
What?
The Pheasant Bowl.
Oh, contraire. No, mine is the World Humanoid Robot Games.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was the first year we did it.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
It is absolutely terrifying.
They're coming for you.
Yeah, it's humans versus robots.
Yeah. Did you see the little kid doing taekwondo against the
Yeah.
robot?
Yeah, they do
'cause that's
martial arts.
Yeah, that's great. We're having children fight robots.
They do track and field. They do dance battles.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that's kind of cool. I'd watch that.
do I care? No.
They're breakdance fighting.
But that's awesome.
This one says right here, hot take, Little League World Series, the single worst thing to happen to junior baseball. It's the catalyst for
Is
parents
it?
having to spend thousands of dollars. At this age, it should be inclusive, not about adults, and financial status carries more weight.
I get all that.
Yeah.
I get all that. That's right.
It just felt like,
Well, it's like, okay, so here's the worst part. This is the underlying issue.
yeah,
And not to get into the whole thing, and we won't, because, you
Well,
know.
we already have.
well, we kind of have.
Well, it's just the idea that it's the haves and have-nots at a very young age. Like he said, what he got me with there was inclusive. He's right.
Yeah.
Sports need to be inclusive.
And it's not anymore.
It's definitely not. You're either a have or you're a have-not. It's
Yeah.
usually determined very young, and it's
Yeah.
usually determined by a lot of politics and largely on ability.
Yeah.
And those kids, those are the teams that go to the Little League World Series, is the
Yeah.
teams that stay together, and they
Yeah.
were formed many years ago, and
Yep.
they've all played together for years. And that's kind of bullshit. It excludes too many kids.
Yeah, and there's always the one kid from the inner city that a parent decides to, out of the goodness of their heart, he lets them live in their basement just because it's it's the right thing to. Oh wait, Lamar turns out he's the best player on the team.
Just turns out the zip code is perfect for your school district.
You know what? That coach is just a great guy. He gets nothing out of it. He's opening up his family, the blind side, the Michael Orr thing. What, we're taking in this giant kid off the street. Oh, he's happens to be a great left tackle. I happen to be an Old Miss booster. Would you like to go to Old Miss and then play? It's that. Like, I want a coach to take in the worst player. I want a coach to take in the kid from the bad neighborhood that literally can't throw the ball to first base. Show me that story and I'll donate to that. And someone said here, travel volleyball, him and his wife have to work concerts on the weekend to pay for their kid to be able to travel to play volleyball. And
What does that mean? Work concerts?
yeah, they work, like concessions or work security at concerts.
Oh.
Those are all part-time gigs.
Okay.
And that sucks. That just absolutely sucks. And
Well, you don't have to.
well, I know, but then to them, it's like, well, how am I supposed to tell my daughter no? And I understand how crappy that is, but sometimes someone needs to tell the kids that what is happening at 11-year-old girls volleyball or 11-year-old Little League baseball is not the defining of the moment of your life. And no,
I think the little girl should go work the concerts.
but it sucks for parents and kids that, like you said, are getting left behind. And I just wish, this is my big old man take, I just wish Little League used to, when you were a kid, you played with your neighborhood buddies and that was your team, and then it was over, and you turned in your little uniform and you went about your merry way. And it's just it's not that way anymore. Kids sports aren't about kids anymore. It's Little League. Everything is now a $1 billion business. And the travel
And you're
tournaments-
nothing without the arm sleeve.
No.
Just remember that, kids.
No, can't
You're
happen.
nothing.
No.
Without the arm sleeve and the slide glove.
Yes. Even though you don't slide head first, which is why you have. Can we say that's a Mike? Like, if you wanted one thing to summarize how dumb youth sports has become, every kid, because what are those sliding gloves? $7,500, something like that, for the fancy ones, the bejeweled ones that you have to have. They all have to have them. Some of them wear two. And they're literally for people that slide head first, and no Little League kid. In fact, I think it's against the rules. I don't think you're allowed to slide head first.
Listen, I'll say what I said when we had this whole segment on this many weeks ago. If kids like it and it gets more kids to play baseball,
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
sure.
And if that's what parents want to spend their money on, that's fine.
The YouTube
not
also
my money.
pointing out that specifically at Williamsport, all the big baseball brands, the Rawlings and the Eastons of the world, they outfit these kids in all this stuff because they want them wearing it all. But it doesn't mean these kids aren't also wearing it before they get there.
Yeah, it's like a marketing opportunity, right? You're marketing to all the other kids around the country that this is what you need to have.
Yeah,
it's
and
brilliant.
if you want to play at this level,
you must.
You have to have the $75 Evo Shield Sliding Mitt 2.0.
Not the 1.0?
No, you need the 2.0.
Dude, 1.0 isn't even safe anymore.
No. The one that I see everyone wearing is apparently it's the one with the lightning bolt and like the major leaguers. That's the Bruce Bolt signature sliding mitt. I don't know. But if you watch all the major leaguers,
great Bruce Sutter,
wouldn't that be something? No, you'll see it. They have the lightning bolt on it, and I didn't know what that was, but it turns out that's the Bruce Bolt signature sliding mitt.
Oh, Bruce Bolt is a person.
I would assume.
Bruce.
I'm assuming that's the name of the company.
Bruce Bolt. Oh, yeah, that's the name of the company.
Yeah,
I thought maybe that was a.
No,
I wonder if there was a man named Bruce Bolt that they named it after. Anyway, did Mike Trout start the sliding glove? Wasn't he the one that hurt his finger and then wore that?
Well, he was an MVP, so
it feels like it did initially start for players who had injuries and were protecting it and not just a fashion thing. I don't know if it was Trout or not.
Yeah, in Major League Baseball, it helps. I mean, they wouldn't wear it if it didn't. And what was happening was guys were sliding head first and they were jamming their fingers on the base.
Yeah.
So they put those on and it helped them.
Or a guy stomping on your foot or stomping on your hand with his foot as you're sliding into the base.
It says here, and this is just AI, so take it for what it's worth. It's just
a deep cut though.
Stupid clanker. But Scott Podsednik.
Get the hell out of town.
Yes, he's credited with popularizing the sliding mitt.
If you're a parent, you get to curse Scott Podsednik.
2008.
You son of a bitch.
He had a bunch of injuries.
So you got a sliding
when he was on the Royals.
And he modified his batting glove to protect his hand while sliding.
Do you think anyone has tried to explain to their kid that the sliding mitt is for head first slides and you don't slide head first? Is there any could you convince your child that you don't need this?
As a baseball dad, I would be very disappointed if you didn't.
Okay.
You should tell him that.
Yeah.
Look, you can have it. But here's what it's for. This is what it's for.
Someone said the kids that legit wear their mom's oven mitts are legend. That's not a thing. Is it?
I bet it is.
Kids do bits where like the other kids on their team have the fancy $75 ones, and they literally come with mama's oven mitt.
Dude,
that's great.
If you want me to donate to your team, put your kid out there in an oven mitt. You do that, and you got my cash.
Kids will go up there instead of batting gloves too. They'll use like gardening gloves or work gloves.
Dude, that's
a blue collar team.
Sign me up for that team. That's the team I want to donate to.
I want the team that wears chef's hats.
I'm seeing an article here that says after Podsednik, it gained popularity via Brett Gardner and Rajay Davis.
All right. Not Mike Trout.
I would have thought it because like Allen Iverson started the arm sleeve, which is just as equally as dumb. But that
was to protect like a bursa sac injury in his elbow at the time, and then everyone's like, "Oh, that's cool," and they just started doing it. But like the sliding mitt, it was supposed to be protective.
No, it's the dumbest thing.
Is that like a compression sock?
It's not. I guess in theory you could wear but none of those. They're like dry fit. They're just. It's merely a hey, this looks cool. And
it's a sleeve.
Allen Iverson wore one, and then everyone wore.
But his had like a gel pad in it on the elbow, which was the difference.
I assumed that the baseball sliding mitt was an Iverson. That's why the Trout thing made sense. If like Shohei Ohtani started wearing like a raccoon tail on his ass, next thing you know, everyone's like, well, I'm going full Mario. But the fact that Scott Podsednik is the one that started it shocks me. I would have thought it was a big major league player, Aaron Judge, Ohtani.
I felt like it blew up a year or two ago when Ellie Dela Cruz had the ice cream one that came out, and he was like brand new to the league, and like he was making his debut. Like that's when I saw it like kind of explode. But I'm sure there are other anecdotes.
What if they started wearing the sliding gloves that were like 8 feet long, so that they could reach second base faster?
That's genius.
I mean, do they have length?
There's a fake hand.
Yeah.
Dude, you just blew my mind.
I mean,
a 2 foot long sliding mitt?
What's stopping them?
You can't slide head first, though, but.
Well, Little League you can. But why not base? MLB?
I love that.
All of a sudden, all the fat guys are stealing and stretching out their ape arm.
You got an orangutan arm out there just reaching out.
You're actually not supposed to be able to use equipment to get yourself safe as opposed to out. Pete Crow Armstrong did it the other day. He slid past second base, and he was holding his helmet, and he used it to reach the base. They called him safe, and they should have called him out.
Yeah, prove
Well, why'd they call him safe then?
Because the umpires got it wrong.
I'll tell you what, prove my hand's not in that sliding.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's right. My arm just stretches.
Prove I don't have 3-foot-long fingers.
That's right.
Wow. There's your opening segment, ladies and gentlemen, pertaining to Little League baseball.
Yeah, I looked up and I saw that kid from Connecticut mashing, and it was like,
play intramurals, brother.
I have not watched a lick and probably won't.
I just happened to be on. Now we've moved on to Scotty Scheffler.
Ooh, yeah, Tour Championship tomorrow. You
Yeah,
want to start there?
Hot golf talk.
Let's get into the details.
Only 30 players playing for a lot of millions.
Yeah.
Should be good.
I saw there was big news out of the PGA today. New committee.
Yeah, Tiger.
Yeah. Tiger.
I don't want Tiger deciding the future of golf.
Well, you're screwed then.
I love
Go
Tiger.
Tigers!
But, we're going to stick with football, okay?
All right.
Hey,
It's Division I football.
there's something on TV that's pretty good, and I have to admit that it's pretty good.
Okay.
So I'll get to that.
Let's talk about it.
And I have brought something for you specifically.
All right.
And it is more Arch Manning hype.
All right. You
I
know,
have it.
You know I love that.
Just for you. He was compared to an NFL quarterback. Any
Okay.
guesses?
I
And
got
it's not Eli.
It's not one of the Mannings.
Nope.
Okay.
We'll get to that coming up on 105.1 The Fan.
New ownership is coming to Rip City.
The report this morning is that Tom Dundon, who is the owner of the Carolina Hurricanes, he's excited, he's buying the team, and he has no plans on moving them out of Portland.
What changes are on the horizon?
What I like about him is it sounds like he really wants to win, very competitive, and
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
He's not in it for just the money part of it.
No,
He's
he
a
wants to win.
sports fan. He wants to win.
Keep it on the Fan Sports Network for all your Trailblazers off-season news. 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. The Fan.
Now, here's a quick look at Portland traffic.
Still dealing with delays for your ride on northbound I-205 as you head to the Glen Jackson Bridge for your ride into Washington. Earlier crash is gone. That's why Airport Way is so jammed up. I'm Kim Vestal with traffic.
This traffic report brought to you by Pelican Brewing Company.
New from Pelican Brewing Company, enjoy summer with the ultimate refresher, Pelican Beach Beer. Independently brewed on the Oregon coast and available now in 16-ounce cans at a store near you. Pelican Beach Beer, survival of the chillest.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job,
Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Yeah, you can text us if you want to. 503-864-6326. It's the fan text line. Someone reminded us, we had an orangutan conversation yesterday.
We did. The great apes.
Yeah, and we were talking about how their arms stretch to their ankles.
Yeah.
But also how their feetsies operate as hands, basically. They have the dexterity of hands.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the MLB rulebook that says... What?
Are we about ready to do like an Air Bud? Like,
could we train an orangutan to steal some bases?
I'm trying to think of what what are those?
Do you have to be human?
The MVP. There's a series of movies called Most Valuable Primate. And I think they get a little chimp to like play hockey.
It's a movie for everything.
It's a movie.
They've already thought of this. Well, if you had
I'd be fine until the orangutan pulled someone's arms off.
Well, you got to
look up the 1996 film Ed, starring Matthew LeBlanc, who was Joey from Friends, and yes, Ed the chimpanzee, who was a pitcher.
He was a pitcher.
Yeah, that's chimp.
Nice whip on that arm.
That's right.
I'm guessing that an orangutan could probably zip the ball a little bit with that leverage.
Well, what about stealing bases? Could we train an orangutan to steal some bases? Because they've got a lot going for them.
Yeah, I don't
with
know
the arm length.
I don't know how fast they are. The chimps are fast.
Well, but what if we put like a series of rope swings from first base to second base?
It's just doing monkey bars across the field.
Would they be faster than a stolen baseman?
I'm gonna look. I don't know. I know chimps certainly would be, but I don't know if I don't know how fast, because like even chimps, they kind of run on all fours.
But if you really train them to go as fast as they can, I feel like we're onto something.
I'm looking up our apes fast.
One year we banned the defensive shift. The next we just add the ape vines.
Yeah,
for,
ape vines. Yeah, ape vines and pinch running orangutans.
I don't know what sort of rules. I'm guessing there is a rule somewhere saying.
Yeah. What if they're the runner that starts on second base in the extra innings?
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But we want them to steal though.
Chimps and gorillas can go up to 25 miles an hour.
On their little leggies?
Yeah, they go all four. They scoot.
Oh yeah. So they could. Oh, dude, that's even better. What was that?
They just do the little scoot.
I think we could train them to be pinch runners.
Right up into the point where they rip the second baseman's arms off and beat him with it. You imagine if you applied a tag a little too hard to a chimp.
Well,
what just happened?
Maybe we'll have
Francisco Lindor got his hand bit off and part of his genitals.
Maybe a little muzzle on him and some Valium.
Yeah, that's probably what you need. But yeah, I guess.
Well, anyway,
they're saying that a normal chimp is as fast as the fastest human. How about that? So we could find
so
yes, if we found a random chimp, it would be faster than pretty much anyone in Major League
But
Baseball.
also an advantage because of the arm length and the ability to grab the base upon slide.
Yes. And probably jump over anyone applying a tag.
Why has no one thought of this?
It's quite interesting. Well, then what other animals what animals could you get?
Well, I don't
but chimps are like us.
Yeah, I was going to say what give me an animal that could play baseball.
Yeah, you really only
besides a chimp.
You really only have the apes
or a monkey.
Yeah, you got the gorilla, you got the orangutan, maybe a nice baboon, but yeah, to some extent that's about it.
Yeah.
I like where you're going with this.
Well,
though.
I don't know if there's anything in the rule book that says you have to be a human to be on a team, but that might be a nice little loophole. I tell you what, the pinch runner. Do you remember Gerard Dyson of the Royals back Remember when we beat the Mets in the World Series? Do you guys
dude
remember
could jump
that?
over a car. Remember him?
Oh, he was amazing. Yeah. He said he would always say, "That's what speed do." And he was basically just a pinch runner, and he came in handy.
Well, who was way back in the day? They had the little fella, the little person in the World Series, right? It was the Cleveland Spiders that did it. They put in I can't say the midget,
but you just did.
Well. You weren't getting the little fella reference.
No, I got it. I was trying to think of his name, but I can't.
Well, there's that Eddie Gaedel guy.
Yeah,
but
Eddie Gaedel.
He played one game, and then the league said you can't.
Yeah,
you're too short to play.
Well, there you go. Let's make the league say no.
World Series, you just run. Why is there a chimp on your roster? Hey, don't worry about it.
Well, his little uniform on. I mean, come on.
The YouTuber here saying that we could get giraffes to block field goals in the NFL.
That would be
big old long necks,
swinging that head.
Just taking a football to the cheek.
Well, to the neck.
God.
Have you seen, dude? I think
that would be cool, though.
I think you could stand a giraffe at the line of scrimmage, and it could probably just swing its head and block the kick before it even gets off the ground. Again, kill someone.
That's true.
Have you seen giraffes fight?
Yeah, they fight with their necks.
Yeah, on top of that it's like a steel shovel that they just whip and hit you with.
Do you think if we did that long enough, giraffes would grow big, long field goal blocking arms?
Be amazing.
To go with their necks?
It's hooves.
Like
Starts
evolution, you know?
Yeah. That's all it's all we
That's what we used them for?
Who was that?
Playing the long game.
Don Knotts had a movie called Gus the Magical Field Goal Kicking Mule.
I remember that.
I remember that too.
Yeah, they just brought in a mule and they'd say "Oyage," and then Gus could kick like 100-yard field goals.
I got to tell you, you just reminded me of Don Knotts. I miss that dude.
Yeah.
He was great.
Yeah, Private Eyes.
Absolute greatness, Don Knotts.
Don Knotts.
Rest in peace. All right, well, we have spoken about nothing.
No.
And so coming up next, we'll speak about nothing again. We have more hollow Arch Manning hype. And there's a lot of good football content on TV right now. I'm not going to lie.
All right. Like on Netflix type shows?
All over. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's a new one that came out that's actually, I think, worth a watch. But first, Buck with Sports Center.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Brought to you by 808 Hawaiian Restaurant. Mixed plates like Grandma used to make if your grandma were from the Big Island, Woodstock, Burnside, Beaverton, or online ate-oh-ate.com. First on the Fan on the Diamond today, the Mariners pitching gets pummeled again by the Phillies. The M's lose 11-2 and get swept out of Philadelphia. Max Kepler and Kyle Schwarber both go deep for Philly. That's Schwarber's 45th dinger of the season. The M's head back to Seattle after losing 7 of their last 8. They'll open a 6-game homestand on Friday when they host the Athletics. The good news for Seattle is that the Astros have been almost as bad these last few games. Houston lost to the Tigers this afternoon, remaining just a game and a half ahead of the Mariners in the West. The M's currently hold the third and final wildcard spot, 2 games ahead of Rops Royals. An injury scare at Ravens practice today as Lamar Jackson was stepped on at camp and came up holding his right wrist. Lay left practice with a trainer and a team doctor, but is expected to be okay. At Falcons camp, starting right tackle Caleb McGarry was carted off the field after sustaining a leg injury. The results of his MRI are pending. Atlanta will be likely turning to swing tackle Storm Norman to protect the blind side of Michael Penix Jr. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of Ducks game day. Before and after every and 1080 AM.
All right, coming up, are you ready for the new fun kickoff return in the NFL this year? But we've got some other things to get to first. Arch Manning, more hype from a key footballman.
I'm fascinated that the hype keeps growing despite the fact that no one has seen him do anything in the last 10 months to have the hype keep building.
Well,
but
this guy
it won't stop.
This guy has seen him.
He has.
Yep. You were talking about visiting practice.
Ah, yes.
This guy.
Of course. Let me guess. Yogi Roth or Josh Pate.
What would you say?
Nope.
You do.
I would
here?
also like to point out, would someone please, I would like to be informed the next time that one of these big national brand college football guys, Brock Heward and Pate and all that, when someone tell me when they go to one of these practices and then they leave and they're not blown away by what they see.
They come away unimpressed.
I just want.
It's yet to happen in the history of reporting on these camps.
I want to send them to like Toledo and see if they're like, hey guys, I don't know if this will happen, but I'm telling you.
Eastern Michigan, here
I
we
just
go.
spent a week at Eastern Michigan, and let me tell you, I think this team can go to the playoffs. Because every time they leave one of these, the coach is the greatest coach. It's the greatest motivator. Everyone has gained 15 pounds in the offseason. They've never seen physicality like this, and they have a player that can win the Heisman Trophy. But continue. He just got done watching Arch Manning at practice, and ooh, doggy.
Okay, so I am speaking of none other than the great national champion coach, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I think he won a title.
Okay.
We think.
Ed Orgeron.
Yes, Ed Orgeron did indeed win a national title.
So a little credibility there.
Yes.
Go Tigers!
Would have made it out of LaFouche.
Go Tigers!
Oh, they're chanting.
Yeah.
Wow. They love Ed.
Go Tigers!
He says, so Orgeron said on the newest episode of Pardon My Take, which is some sort of podcast.
It's the #2 sports podcast in the world.
Okay, what's the #1 sports podcast in the world?
Travis and Jason Kelsey, New Heights.
Is that really a sports podcast, or are they just sportsmen on a podcast?
I mean, it's mostly a sports podcast,
I think so.
But at least sports adjacent.
Okay, he said, I had an opportunity to go to Texas and speak at their clinic, and I watched practice. Now, we knew Arch Manning as a kid from Louisiana. He liked Joe Brady. We watched him as a recruit, but I watched his practice at Texas, and I will say this conservatively, and we recruited current LSU quarterback Garrett Nussmeier. Yeah. Garrett's a great player, but Arch is as close to, or maybe as good as, Joe Burrow as I've ever seen. And I've never said that about anybody. There you go.
So
the hype.
So Ed Orgeron, he, to be fair, he was the coach when Joe Burrow and that LSU team won a national championship. So Arch Manning, who has played, I think, 2 meaningful games at Texas, is now Joe Burrow because Ed Orgeron saw him one day at practice at Texas.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
hey man.
I'm not rooting against Arch Manning. I'm really not. By all accounts, he's a good kid, comes from a good family, and he may turn out to be the second coming. But my God.
He's Cooper's kid?
He's Cooper's kid.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember the last time I felt hype like this. I mean,
Trevor Lawrence had some.
Yeah, Lawrence had some.
Andrew Luck had a lot.
Yeah.
Lived up too.
To this though, I mean, my God, like at least they had to play. I mean, people are saying Nick Saban will come back to coach Arch Manning. NFL teams tanking to get Arch Manning. Like the best quarterback since Tim Tebow, which there's already been better quarterbacks.
Where's your Heisman money? Do you want the odds?
Yeah. So there's not many returning guys. So you'll get Klubnik, I'm sure, is in there.
Arch is the favorite.
Okay,
he's plus 700. Cade Klubnik of Clemson is plus 900, along with Garrett Nussmeier of LSU. Then you have Jeremiah Smith, Ohio State, plus 1,200. And then you get down to Lenoris Sellers, plus 1,700.
Sure.
He's the quarterback at South Carolina. And you have Carson Beckett, plus 1,800, quarterback at Miami.
No, like Drew Aller or anything?
Aller's 1,800.
Okay.
Sam Levitt.
I was going to say, what about Levitt?
He's good.
If you're trying to find some value, because the Big 12's kind of the.
Sam Levitt is plus 2,000. Dante Moore plus 2,500. Hey, John Mateer plus 2,500.
Yeah, Oklahoma's not going to be that good.
Well, I just saw a ranking of who was it? It was the ESPN that did the ranking of the top 100 college football players.
Yeah.
And Mateer was higher than Arch, and he was higher than, I think, Klubnik.
Well,
they had him like 16th.
Well, that'd be interesting. I mean, from Washington State to Oklahoma, big jump, but at least we've seen Mateer play. And that's all I'm saying about Arch Manning is it just wait and see. Like Quentin, and this is also kind of unfair because we had seen him play, but the hype train on college kids, when it gets to this level, that a lot of times it does not work out. And as someone has pointed out multiple times on the program, and someone just threw it out here on the text program, he couldn't beat out Quinn Ewers in 2 years. And Quinn Ewers was not great. He just wasn't. Quinn Ewers was a good, solid college quarterback. And Arch couldn't beat him out. Honestly, it wasn't competitive. It wasn't like they split time. In fact, Quinn Ewers got benched, and Arch couldn't take the job.
Yeah, I felt like they wanted Arch to win that job.
Yes.
They tried to give it to him, and he couldn't take it.
Yeah,
he couldn't take it. And so maybe Arch has made leaps and bounds. Because it does happen. I talk about it every year. When you go into spring practice, no matter what team you're on, there's always a handful of kids that go into spring thinking one thing, and you walk out being like, dude, I don't know what happened there. Like all of a sudden this defensive end who was a scout team guy can't be blocked, or a receiver is all of a sudden catching anything. So the light can go off, but I do think it's somewhat interesting that a guy who couldn't beat out an average college quarterback for 2 years is now being hailed, not as, and I would get it if you said, hey, we think Texas is the number one team in the country, and we think Texas can win a national title, and Arch is the starting quarterback, therefore it's going to be good. But that's not what you're hearing. You are hearing best quarterback in a generation, NFL teams tanking, surefire number one overall pick.
Nick Saban would come out of retirement to coach him.
And I just am perplexed for a kid that did not, like, if you listen to people when he was getting recruited out of high school, they said if you took the Manning name off of him, he's a solid 4-star quarterback.
It's like the Bronny thing, right?
Yes.
Where
he was not a generational prospect. Far from it.
Would have still been a college basketball player, or in this case, a college quarterback, but not to the degree that maybe they think he is.
If I'm betting Heisman, which I won't, but if I did, I think I'd take Klubnik because
well, Clemson's going to be there.
Yeah, and he's awesome.
Yes,
and he is in his 4th year, and I think he started 3 straight years, maybe just 2, but and he's.
They're going to win a ton of games.
Yeah, he's playing in the ACC.
Yes.
So I think I'd take him.
They'll win 10 or 11 games.
This will be his 4th year, and 2 of them, this will be his 3rd full-time year. He played as a freshman, and he started the last 2 years.
Yeah, he platooned with DJU.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing, though. Clemson opens with LSU. Did you know that? So Nussmeier v. Klubnik.
Ooh, that's a
right
tasty
out of
little
the
highlighter game.
That is a
highlighter game.
That's a great game. Find me a game that will have 2 better quarterbacks than that. All season.
And I will put, like, if you want to put a large chunk of money on a team that's going to be in the playoff, I give you Clemson.
Yeah.
Regardless of what happens at LSU, Troy, Georgia Tech, Syracuse, North Carolina, Boston College, SMU, Duke, Florida State, Louisville, Furman, and South Carolina.
Yeah, Miami and Clemson do not play in the league this year.
Clemson will be in the playoff.
Right.
And they're saying, by the way, that not only is the Clemson offense, but if you look at like the NFL draft boards, Clemson's defense is back to where it was when
they reportedly have 5 NFL caliber guys on their defense.
Yeah, it's going to be a real defense, and they found their quarterback. You know, they went through kind of their weird lull, and by the way, last year still made the college football playoff. Clemson is about ready, I think, to announce their presence back on the national stage and give everyone the middle finger.
Hey, real quick on Clemson.
Yeah.
Don't you think, because the Wall Street Journal wrote about this recently, it was a good point. They were saying that as college football has changed and, get NIL and all these transfers and all this crap, and your boy, Dabo,
it's a dadgum mistake,
wouldn't really go for it. Like, he just won't.
Yeah, it just wasn't his thing.
He's big into development. They wrote an article recently about how that's such an advantage for them now because they're the ones that have had guys in the system.
Oh, they have continuity.
For 3. Yeah. And no one else does.
But they were the only program outside of the service academies that did not take a transfer 2 years ago.
And finally, Dabo has come around.
And
he has. They have wet their beak. But yes, largely he has said we are going to build this program from within. And I just think it's getting, for all the people that were laughing at Dabo, and look, he is a big eye roll to me too, but Dabo has won 2 national championships, led a Clemson program from, I'm not going to say from obscurity, but from a second tier program to, again, 2 national championships. And then they were winning 10 games and we were all writing them off laughing and like, this guy's a joke. And all he did last year again was make the college football playoff. And now they're one of the odds on favorites to be a national title team again. I just think Dabo doesn't get the respect.
It's the dadgum mistake.
And I think that the personality thing probably goes a long way into that. But like when you're talking about coaches, like people talk about Dan Lanning as like Dan Lanning versus Dabo, and people are like, oh, Dan Lanning. And you're like, really? Like, have you seen what Dabo has done at Clemson?
You know, I will say about him, I think it is interesting because he won the 2 titles, but then his offense fell off the map.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it was terrible.
They put their stock in DJ,
but he's gotten that squared away. And he's done it without doing it like everybody else is doing it.
This is Dabo. So after the it took him a little bit when he got there, right? It wasn't like the end all to be all. They were winning, they won 9 games, 6 games. And then look at this run since 2011 with 2 national titles and has played for a couple more. 10, 11, 11, 10, 14, 14, 12, 15, 14, 10, 10, 11, 9, 10.
Wow.
Played in, I believe, in 4 national championships, won 2 of them. Like,
that's pretty good.
Can we, as much as I don't like the guy,
You can sleep when you die.
Can we just tip the cap a little bit and say, maybe put some respect on the guy's name?
Nice little program.
Nice. And yet Arch Manning gets all the love, but Dabo, he's a bum.
I was looking at odds today. You can still get Clemson plus money to win the ACC.
Can you really?
You can.
Well, I'll go
Might
ahead.
be smart.
It's not big plus money, but it's plus money.
Yeah, what, Miami being the other one, right? Probably the
All
favorite.
right. I have a TV recommend next, sports TV recommend next on The Fan.
Dirt and Sprague. Dirt on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Okay. Well, sports TV is having a bit of a renaissance as, what?
I said okay.
Well, it is. I mean, it's not for everybody, but there is a lot of sports content
Yes.
on TV because leagues and franchises are, they're understanding the value of being filmed at all times. And not everybody does it. I mean, Buck and I were just talking about there's a show called SEC that's on Netflix.
Yeah, I watched a couple episodes of that when I was on my way down to LA, and
behind the scenes.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like there's a lot of shows like that now. There's a lot of access. I mean, you have the Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks Bills is on right now.
Yep.
Oregon does, to finish my point, on the SEC show, 5 of the SEC teams did not participate in that.
Yes.
So it's not everyone.
And some of the big ones. It was like Georgia, Alabama, Ole Miss didn't.
They're like, we don't need that. Oregon does their own thing.
And those schools probably have their own thing going on.
Oregon does the one that team out west, and they do the little vignettes. I thought the
and
SEC
the us
one
versus
was
them, or Ducks versus them.
Ducks versus them. That was this one, and then the one before was that team out west, right?
The team out west was kind of like the camp version, and then the weekly review one that they do is Ducks versus them.
I thought the SEC one, like going in and seeing the coach's house and like the kids and all that. I thought that was that stuff is more interesting to me than the maybe like the locker room stuff, because I know how guarded that is. I felt like maybe some of the behind the scenes stuff maybe was a little more authentic when it was in the house.
Well, I don't think this is the one that we spoke about a couple of months ago. I feel like that one's still in the works, but there's a new Cowboys documentary out, and it's called America's Team, The Gambler and His Cowboys.
Yeah, this is the one supposedly that the rumor is that Jerry was playing out the Micah Parsons thing to build up hype for this.
But this isn't the one. Remember we talked about him signing like a huge deal with, I don't think it was Netflix. It was somebody else to put out a documentary that was
basically Amazon, maybe.
It was basically all him. It was he had creative. I don't think this is the same.
Yeah, it was
thing.
like a 10-part series on his life and the history of the Cowboys.
I do
something
remember
like that.
something like that.
Maybe this is it then, because this is a 10-parter.
Yeah,
and it is and I mean deep dive into the early Cowboys with Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
It's not what you think it is. And I got to tell you, it's pretty juicy, dude.
I have not seen it, but
I haven't watched the whole thing, but I'm about 3 episodes in, and it definitely has its hooks on me. Hooks in me.
I was listening to a podcast and someone was talking about it, and they were saying that it was
it's not what you think.
Yeah, they were saying that it was an interesting look because it was going way back.
Well, it's. I mean, I'm on episode 3, and we're only in the 90s.
Yeah.
And it's kind of going chronologically, but back and forth. It's really, I don't even think it covers modern day Cowboys, quite frankly. It's really about how Jerry bought the team and what happened at the beginning, at least so far. And dude, I got to say this about Jerry. We all know what he's about, okay? And he's
smiles and glory holes.
He's been wired for the sizzle and showmanship the whole time. Like he wrote his thesis in college on sports marketing and football. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
At Arkansas. He has always wanted to be in football and thought of football as entertainment. Like he's WWE'd the football.
Yeah.
So he's always been wired that way, and he said that was he's like been one-track minded the whole time. So it's no shock to see how the Cowboys have operated all these years.
Yeah.
But Jerry is in this, and I got to tell you, dude, that guy is a great storyteller. And he tells some tales. Now, I don't know if it's like listening to Trump where it's like you can't believe anything that comes out of his mouth. I don't know. Yeah. But boy, his tales of, like, for example, he was an oilman. He said that he was down to his final well. He said, oil, you don't know what's on, only God knows what's under there. Yeah. So he had tried, and he couldn't hit it big, and he was in $15 million in debt, and he was young, relatively young. And he said he spent more money on this one well than any other well he's ever spent money on. It's like $800,000 or something. And that one well made him $100 million.
And if it didn't work, then it goes kaboom.
It sounds like that's what he was saying.
Yeah.
But then he said, well, when I saw that, I just bought the Cowboys. So he buys the Cowboy. By the way, he tried to buy the Chargers. Do you know that story?
I do not.
He's always wanted to be in football. Before he hit it big, he wanted to borrow money from Jimmy Hoffa to buy the Chargers.
I'll be damned. I had no idea.
And Hoffa was going to give him the money. He's like, hey, yeah, here's the money. Don't screw up. And so his dad talked him out of it. His dad was like, dude, what happens if you can't make payments?
Yeah.
He's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy Hoffa? Does anybody know who Jimmy Hoffa is? At the time, he was murdering people.
No, he was the head of the Teamsters.
Isn't he believed to be buried in the Meadowlands?
Yeah, there's a million rumors about that.
Other things.
Any whoosies, Jerry is great because even though it's all from his perspective, and Troy Aikman's in there, Jimmy's in there, Michael Irvin is in it. I mean, they're all there. Jerry, the way he paints it is really entertaining. Like he's pretty good at what he does.
Well, of course he is. But I guess that's the problem that I have with all these things is they're so damn one-sided. And I'm guessing that this is about as one-sided as you could humanly get.
Well, it's their perspective on how well, I didn't know, we don't need to spend all day, I don't know spoilers or anything, but I didn't know how hated he was when he bought the team. In Dallas, he was an outsider.
Yeah, he fired Tom Landry.
Well, yeah, but even before that, he was from Arkansas, and the Texans did not like that. They're like, who is this guy? We don't know this guy. And then he fires Tom Landry. Yeah. He's getting death threats.
And then he hired the college coach at the time was unheard of. By the way, does it talk about the evolution of the relationship with Jimmy and Jerry and why they fired him and all that?
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
We still have Jimmy. They're still trying to build towards the Super Bowl.
Okay.
With Jimmy, that's what I'm saying. Like it's a pretty deep dive. Like they're going step by step into how they kind of.
I just don't know if I have the bandwidth to put up with Jimmy, or excuse me, not Jimmy, but Jerry. I don't know.
Tell you what,
because it's all what he wants, and
yeah, he loves it.
I'm just not certain I'm there.
That's his bit.
10 parts too.
Yeah, dude, it's 10 parts, and it's like about an hour per episode.
Boy, that's
so maybe this is the one that he has creative control over, but so far, it's just, and of course, it's their perspective. Yeah. It's just their perspective on a very interesting story, and I mean, to me, there's value in that.
I'll say that I have not really been enthralled with a sports documentary in a long time, and maybe The Last Dance might have been the last one that I thought was pretty well done, and I know that was done for a legacy play too, and that certainly told the perspective from Jordan, but at least I thought it was somewhat even-handed. I watched the Brett Favre one. That one was okay, again, because it felt like there was some fairness to it. Because most of these times it's a whitewashing of a tale, and I feel like if anyone's going to whitewash something, it will be Jerry Jones.
Well, but you're not going to get fair with any of these.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not asking for even Stevens. But I'm also asking for not Newsmax. Give me Fox News and maybe I can deal with it. But some of these sports documentaries are just, their head is so far up the ass of the guy that they're making it. I don't know if I want to watch another fluff piece.
It's on Netflix called America's Team, The Gambler and His Dallas Cowboys.
The Gambler, Jerry.
Are you ready for the new fun kickoff return in the NFL?
Well, they tried to tell us that this was going to be a new fun thing, and I told you it was going to be a dud, and now they've gone back to the drawing board. So
what the hell is going on?
There's a little something going on with the kickers.
People are saying.
In the kickoff return game. We'll get to that next. Here on The Fan.
A lot of people saying.
Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan on the Diamond today. Mariners pitching pummeled again by the Phillies. The Mariners lose 11-2 and get swept out of Philadelphia. Kyle Schwarber goes deep for Philly. That's his 45th dinger of the year. The Mariners head back to Seattle after losing 7 of the last 8. They'll open a 6-game homestand on Friday when they host the Athletics. The good news for the M's is the Astros have been almost as bad. Houston lost to the Tigers this afternoon 7-2. And Houston remains just a game and a half ahead of the Mariners in the West. The M's currently hold the third and final wildcard spot, 2 games ahead of Rops Royals. An injury scare at Ravens practice today as Lamar Jackson was stepped on and came up holding his right wrist. He left practice with a trainer and a team doctor, but is expected to be okay. And at Falcons camp, starting right tackle Caleb McGarry was carted off the field after sustaining a leg injury. The results of his MRI are pending. Atlanta will likely turn to swing tackle Storm Norton to protect the blind side. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of the Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson. Weekdays 2 to 3. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. Primetime with Isaac and Souk.
What do girls want anyway? Well, apparently not total losers. We're pretty good at basketball. Yeah, as long as we don't have to run or jump or dribble or nothing.
Isaac Robb.
Hey, you guys up for a little game?
Sure.
Well, let's make it interesting. Say $20.
How about 50?
You're on.
Jason Sukanik.
Dude, we don't have $50. We don't have 20.
This is Primetime on the Fan Sports Network.
What the hell's up with that? We win, and they get the chips. That sucks, dude.
105.1 and 1080.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's jobs. We gotta get jobs. Then we get the khakis. Then we get the chicks.
The Fan.
All right, welcome back. Hour 2 of the radio program here on a Wednesday. We love our Wednesdays. We are known for big Wednesday programs.
Big Wednesday. A lot of people are saying Wednesdays are the day.
A lot of people saying.
It's about to get hot, although it's already kind of hot.
Yeah, but the next couple days, I think we're in the 90s.
Like soup's hot.
Yeah, it's going to be like the last. Is this the last hurrah of heat before we get into September?
Feeling
Oh, buddy. Maybe we can look up what the hottest temperature on record in Portland is in September.
I'll bet you we've got a triple-digit day or close to it.
Yeah, I'm guessing maybe at some point.
Yeah, the weather doesn't really get bad here until middle of October.
Any whoosies?
I'd make an argument that September may be our best weather month.
Expired.
Oh, couldn't agree. Like if you had to take 1 month out of the year in Oregon.
September.
Or in Portland, because Oregon's different everywhere. Yeah, I think September's probably it. Maybe July.
I love that September you still get some warm days, but you get some of those crisp mornings, and you get some of the nights that get a little cool, some sweatshirt weather. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
I am reading that there have only been 3 instances of triple-digit weather in September in Portland.
Okay, so it has happened, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll get some warm days. Maybe not a stretch where we're getting like a couple 90s.
You know, October's sneaky, too. But you're right. It could creep in. It's usually Halloween.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's before that.
There's a lot of crappy Halloweens that I've
And then
experienced.
June you can get the rain.
Oh, yeah. I'm taking September, man.
I'm gonna go probably September, then July.
Yeah.
And that's probably it.
Outside of that, can go right
Then
to hell.
maybe October. Seriously.
Yeah. You know, and go to hell San Diego's weather. How about that?
I like the crisp.
Suck it, San Diego.
So we ready for the new fun kickoff return in the NFL? We already had a kickoff return for a touchdown.
What?
In preseason.
Was the dynamic rule came into effect last year, but because the touchback was at the 30, and I think the average return was the 28, most teams just said, screw it, we're not risking it. Kick it out of the back of the end zone, touchback, thanks for coming. But this year, they've bumped the touchback to the 35.
Yeah.
And there's no more fair catches inside the landing zone between the 0 and the 20. So they're thinking now, and you've seen some in the preseason, teams are actually going to have to kick the ball and have it returned.
Yeah. So if you don't make the landing zone, if the ball lands before the 20, then it comes out to the 40.
Yes.
Kick the ball, you little bitch.
So there is a penalty to doing what I'm about to say if you don't do it right.
Yes.
However, I saw an interview with one of the guys who has been studying this in the XFL, because that's where they got this idea.
Yes.
And he said there's a key rules difference between what the XFL does and what the NFL is doing.
Oh, the 3-second rule is what you're talking about, huh?
So in the XFL, you have to wait 3 seconds to. Okay, so sorry, let me backtrack. In the NFL, on the new kickoff, the coverage team cannot move until the ball is caught.
Yes.
In the XFL, you have to wait 3 seconds, even if the ball hits the ground.
Yes. So,
and in the NFL, you don't.
Yeah.
So what this guy is saying is that kickers are now working on a kick that lands in front of the returning player in the landing zone, which is the goal line to the 20. And once it hits the ground, the coverage team can then head down there. And that gives them an advantage because it will take a little bit, depending on where the ball bounces, for the guy to corral the ball. Whereas in the XFL, you have to wait for the guy to corral the ball. In the NFL, you don't.
Yeah.
So now, watch the Panthers on this. He said the Panthers are already working on this, and their kicker is doing a great job of dropping the ball right inside the landing zone, but not where the guy can come up and catch it. And they are smothering the dude way before the 35.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a squib kick.
Or like a pooch kick.
Yeah, well, but it has to bounce before. It has to bounce inside the 20.
So it's not a true squib kick. That's why I said it's like a modified one. It's your goal is to just try to kick it to like the 15, but you need it to hit, and you want it to be kind of squirrely. You're trying to kick a knuckleball because you want the guy to scramble around and have to try to pick it up.
It's like between a pooch and a squib, it's like a scooch.
But you can't kick it so high that he runs under it and catches it.
Right.
Yes.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
But this guy was saying that the penalty for missing the landing zone is only 5 yards.
Yes.
The ball comes out to the 40.
Yeah.
So he's saying that teams are already looking at that going, well, we're better off. We don't want the touchback. We don't want to give it to him at the 35. We're better off trying this type of kick and really pinning him. And if we screw it up, then it's only 5 more yards to the 40, which is not good.
No.
But
because you're essentially at that point, you're 2 first downs away from being in field goal range. But the NFL did not like the de facto touchback that this turned into last year. So they're trying to juice this up a little bit so we can get some excitement in returns. As I'm watching preseason games, it still is very weird to me to see the two teams lined up so close to each other and then the weird way. My eyes have not adjusted to the dynamic kickoff. But the one thing I will give the NFL credit with, and by the way, I saw this mentioned, there's some news coming out of the PGA today about how they're going to try to, I don't know, they formed a committee to try to kind of tinker with the game.
Theo Epstein, baby.
Yeah, Theo Epstein's involved in it. And a couple other guys, one of the main guys from the NFL. I forget what his name was, but
well, I think he's their new commissioner.
He's the new commissioner.
Yeah.
And he's from the NFL. And one of the things he talked about was you can love it or you can hate it. The NFL does not sit on their hands. The NFL will try something, and if they don't like it, it's immediately gone, and they'll do something else. Remember we had the weird pass interference review for a year? That didn't work. It's gone. Tried the dynamic kickoff for a year. We don't like it. Gone. The NFL has no problems tweaking the game. And so we'll see if this turns into something. I mean, there's part of me that just thinks at this point, just give them the ball at the 25 or 30 and let them go and just eliminate the damn thing together. But the NFL has been reluctant to do that.
I don't hate that either.
So here we go.
If this doesn't work,
I mean, get rid of it.
Yeah.
Because already you're saying, like, you have to announce when you're going to do an onside kick. So I say either get rid of it, put it at the 25 or the 30, and then at the end of games, if you want to make an announcement that you're going to go for an onside kick, then you line up and you get to have an onside kick.
And it would speed up games too, right?
Yes.
Because
just move it.
Because coming back from break and there's the kickoff and then we break again, or it takes time to get the offense. I feel like that whole time between a score and then the next team starting would be condensed.
And I love the idea that's been floated. If you want to eliminate it completely and then you'd still need to have the onside kick, I still like the idea of 4th and 15 or 4th and 20.
Don't hate it. That was the Eagles'
plan?
That
was the Eagles' plan.
I think they've even introduced 4th and 12 too, but there's been a bunch of iterations.
Bunch of whatever it is. But you put it on wherever you're kicking from. So I think it's like your own 35 or whatever I think was the idea. It's in your territory. And you have a 4th and whatever. And you get it, and you get the ball where you get it. You don't, the other team gets it there at wherever they get it, or if it's incomplete, you get it at 35. I would be more inclined to just say, just get rid of the kickoff. It's silly. No one really cares about it anyways. Returns have largely been made obsolete. And wouldn't you want on an onside kick that you only get, by the way, now under the new rules, it's like less than 10%. You don't get them.
It's bad.
Wouldn't you rather the most exciting play in football to be, imagine you're in the playoffs, whatever, you got Chiefs, Bills, Mahomes goes down, scores to cut it to a 2-point game, and there's 45 seconds left, and instead of a stupid onside kick, I get Patrick Mahomes
one more play
rolling out there 4th and 12 with the game on the line.
So much better. It's a football play to determine a football game.
Tell me that's not better. So I kind of hope that the kickoff thing is another dud, and we just scrap it and we go to this.
All right, up next, it is good to be Justin Herbert. But you already probably knew that.
Yeah, I think it's...
But it's even better now to be Justin
better.
Herbert. Next on 105.1 The Fan.
Oregon Ducks football is on The Fan.
Back to throw, straight drop.
1080 AM.
Well, this will be the Madison Beer appreciation segment because it is being reported that she is now dating Justin Herbert.
So is it good to be Madison Beer, or is it good to be Justin Herbert, or maybe a little bit of both?
I didn't know who she was before today, but it seems like it's good to be either one of them.
She is a hot.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, I didn't know who she was either,
She's
but
a songstress.
yeah, she's a singer.
Yes.
And
Singer,
songwriter.
songwriter. She's also a Jewish bisexual who struggles with her mental health. So
that I did not know.
What's not to love?
She's also hot.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She's a hot.
26 years old. And
great name too.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they met at a chess club. Is he joking about that?
Yeah, he's doing bits. He was asked at today's press conference about being seen out with her, and he said, "Oh yeah, she's just a friend I met. We play chess from time to time. That photo was taken at a chess tournament here in Los Angeles." He's doing bits.
Well, just Google.
Is that supposed to be funny?
I think he's saying, "Yeah, I'm dating a hot person. Stop poking around my personal life. I'm not giving you anything of substance."
She's a smoke show with a personality disorder. I'm
Am
sure Justin Herbert's having a great time.
She has a personality disorder?
Yeah, she's been diagnosed with like borderline personality disorder.
Oh,
Like,
boy.
it's a whole thing.
Well, anyway, is it weird at 50 years old and you're what, 46?
46. Well, soon to be 46.
Did you know who she was, by the way?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
And you didn't, and
I did
you're
not.
40,
I'm 40.
40. You're 40. So we have a 40-year-old and a 50-year-old who did not know who she was. Is that strange? Should we know who she is?
The only reason I know who she is the BTJ and my daughter listen to this kind of music. So I catch it in, what'd you say, like secondhand information. It also helps that she is a raging smoke show.
Can I also
She's
state
super
that
hot.
I've got a son who is of her age, and his fiance,
Mm-hmm.
we talk a lot about music and what they like, and we listen to their stuff. And she has never come up Madison Beer, ever.
No. Well, now she has. I mean, but this happens. Like, I'll watch the Grammys, and I don't know half the acts. And most of the ones that I do know, again, are from my kids or my lady. I mean,
But see, she's smart. She's dipping into football. Now she's got the football guys
yes,
knowing who she. You know what I mean? Like,
I guarantee you, there are millions of football fans waking up today saying, "Who the hell is?" Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
she knows what she's doing.
Yes.
She's like, I need to find me a football guy. Get some of that football money.
Well, I mean, look at the Travis Kelce sort of thing.
Exactly.
Man. Travis Kelce hooked up.
She's
with
no dummy.
Hooked up with Taylor Swift, and all of a sudden, Travis Kelce is. I mean, he went from.
She's pulling a mini Tay-Tay.
Yes. Well, I guess she. Although Kelsey's doing it, Kelce has become a much bigger deal than he was. So it's.
Yeah, but she's bigger than he is. But Beer is bigger than Herbert.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Really?
I mean, I think Justin Herbert's a household name, and I'm not sure she is.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it depends who you are.
Yeah. It's a nice. Here's my point.
She seems pretty big on the.
Yeah, Taylor Swift did not need any pumping up.
That's
Travis Kelce did.
Right.
Justin Herbert and Madison Beer both could use an elevation, so they will both grow from this. Whereas the Taylor Swift thing, that's just Travis riding some coattails there, and good for him for dating the most famous woman in the world.
Yeah, that's probably pretty cool.
Madison Beer does have 40 million Instagram followers. So.
That's a lot.
40 million?
That's what it says.
Yeah, she's way bigger than him. How many does he have? Like 8,000?
Well, he's intentionally tried to stay off social media his whole life and basically only got social media accounts.
40 million followers.
40
Dude,
million.
she's huge. She's global.
Yeah.
He's not global.
That's a lot.
But you and me had never heard of her until today.
That's true. But we're probably not the best.
No, but like we do this, like we
should know.
We
That's
pay
why
attention to this stuff.
That's why I think it's weird. Like if she's really that famous, I mean, I'm up on pop culture. I have kids that age. Like I feel like I should know her.
Yeah.
Maybe she's a fraud.
No.
Maybe she's fake.
Look, if we're doing a win-lose, I think with Kelce and Swift, we can clearly say that in that the power dynamic is that Travis Kelce is winning that battle. Like that's a great pull for him. And I think when we look at Justin Herbert and we look at Madison Beer, Justin Herbert has won that. They have both outkicked their coverage. Travis Kelce is not doing better than Taylor Swift, and I'm guessing that Justin Herbert, no offense, is not doing better than Madison Beer.
They both help each other's brand, I'll tell you that.
Yes.
Go home and see what Nurse Nice is doing for my brand. You know?
Interesting.
What's she doing for my brand?
Madison Beer net worth. Want to guess?
Ooh.
20 mil.
She's 26 years old?
Suk already nailed it. 20 million.
20 million?
18 to 20 million, it says.
Tasty.
God, man. And what do you think Herbert's worth by now?
Way more than that. He already signed his second contract. Justin Herbert got paid. I'm guessing he got 180 guaranteed.
Let's see here. Justin Herbert worth. Well, right now worth. Okay, yeah, hit 5-year, $262 million contract.
Yeah,
So,
he's
but
doing-
40
But he's
right
only 2 years into that. So, yeah, 40, 50 million.
40 right now. So
You think
double
he
her.
throws that in her face?
He's got 193 in guarantees.
Ooh.
He's doing just fine.
Did you just do a...
I did. I think that's what happened. When you wake up and you realize that no matter what happens to you, you have $193.7 million coming your way. Dude, bring on the leg. Bring on the leg injury.
What is that sound effect? Is that a whip?
I don't know.
I think it's a whip.
I was doing like an Elvis karate thing, and then there was a whip involved. I don't know. It was like,
I love that. Well, anyway.
Well, yeah, Justin Herbert's and Justin Herbert's a handsome dude.
So if she's worth 20 mil, does she ever pick up a tab?
Yeah, I think you pick up a tab. There's a sliding scale, so I'm guessing when they go out to like the really, really big places, Herbert pays, and then when they go out to only the expensive places, she probably picks up.
Well, I think they're both wealthy enough that you probably just take turns. Like Travis Kelce probably still does nice things for Taylor Swift with his money, even though she can afford it.
Yeah, what do you do when because Taylor Swift's worth?
Got to get creative, man.
She's worth $1 billion. I mean, Travis Kelce is a rich man. She's worth $1 billion. What do you?
Yeah, it's not like picking up the tab at dinner is moving the needle. You gotta be smart. You gotta be creative.
Okay. There is your Madison Beer appreciation segment.
And someone asking, so Madison Beer is bisexual. Yeah, that's true.
She is. She says she is.
Yeah, someone asking, is Justin Herbert taking advantage of that? Who's to say?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's none of our business.
It is none of our business, but if he is, good for him.
Well, look, I mean, yeah.
Love is love.
Of course.
Love is love.
Did that need to be stated?
Football
of course.
is football. Love is love.
Jesus.
And Justin Herbert keeps winning.
We love you, Madison. If only you knew.
Well, apparently 40 million people love her.
Or at least knew.
I also think it helps on Instagram that like every photo of her just is
the same hot.
The same hot wearing swimsuits and scantily clad clothing. I think that probably helps grow the 40 million Instagram followers. Like Brittany Howard, are you familiar with her work?
No.
Alabama Shakes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
She's great, yeah.
And a phenomenal musician.
Yeah.
Guess who doesn't have 40
She's
million?
got pipes.
Guess who doesn't have 40 million followers? I'm guessing, no offense to Madison Beer. I'm guessing a lot of that following is because of one thing.
Thirsty dudes.
Thirsty dudes. Nothing grows Instagram accounts quite like thirsty dudes.
I don't know if it's like a cottage industry or thing, but it does feel like we're getting more social media influencer / musical crossover where like she's big because she does some music, but also because she's super hot.
Yeah. Well, who is it? Sophie Cunningham. By the way, Brittany Howard has 348,000 followers and is just an incredible
she really is
musician.
Awesome.
If you ever get a chance to see her, just go. Freaking incredible. But 350,000 people. If Brittany Howard looked like Madison Beer, she would be a megastar of galactic proportions.
Is this some sort of groundbreaking take? I mean, of course, men are pervs.
Yes.
Welcome to like call Ripley's. Jeez, man.
Who is it? The Sophie Cunningham was a no one making like $8 an hour playing WNBA, and then she got traded and like got into a scuffle with Caitlin Clark and is like, by the way, I'm hot now. One of the biggest celebrities in the sports world. It pays to be hot.
Dare you switch to tea? That's next on In the News. Here is Buck.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this SportsCenter update. First on the Fan, the Mariners lose again today. They get swept out of Philadelphia in an 11-2 game today. They're pitching pummeled again. Home runs from Max Kepler and Kyle Schwarber for Philly. That is Schwarber's 45th bomb of the season. Mariners head back to Seattle after losing 7 of their last 8. They will open a 6-game homestand on Friday when they host the Athletics. The good news for the M's is the Astros have been almost as bad and remain just a game and a half ahead of Seattle in the AL West. Meanwhile, the M's do hold the third and final wildcard spot currently. They're 2 games ahead of Rops Royals. An injury scare at Ravens practice today as former MVP Lamar Jackson was stepped on and came up holding his right wrist. He left practice with a trainer and a team doctor, but he is expected to be okay. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Your home for the Oregon Ducks, the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
I would like to advocate for the advocates.
I like what you're doing there.
You need more than a lawyer. You deserve an advocate. That's their tagline, you know?
By you mean we, all
of us. Us. We. Yeah. And I would like to advocate for that because that's a really good tagline because, lawyers, I mean, you know, some of them want to fight for you. Some of them want to just make money off of you. Some of them don't really even know the law, like the Attorney General in Rhode Island. But then there are others that are like they are behind you.
Yes.
Like they are your buddy.
Yeah. And that's where Donikin comes in. I know. I've drank with them. I've partied with them. They're good people. And I think that's probably a rarity. And plus, when you're in that situation and you don't know what to do, it kind of sucks. Like, dude, I've been there. And it's like, you know, you got questions. You don't know where to go. And we're going to make it simple for you. If you've been injured and you've ever thought to yourself, should I call someone? The answer is yes. Call the advocates. Go to advocateslaw.com. Have a consultation. It's free. And they'll shoot you straight about whether or not they can help you.
Yeah, that's right, Jace. I think the key is that you can trust them.
Yeah.
That's really the difference between them and other lawyers. You never know. You always got that thing in the back of your mind, like, can I?
Well, and some of the
can I
billboards
really trust
and
these
stuff
guys?
that you see, some of that stuff looks so cringy.
You can trust Ken and Donnie. If you have been injured at all, you need more than a lawyer. You deserve an advocate. Go to advocateslaw.com.
Oh, could this vintage
see. Show us.
Although we're really more of a podcast.
I do like when people are like, hey, do you have a podcast? Yeah, it's a radio show. No, but a podcast. You're like, yeah, you know, it's podcast, just a radio show that you can get at any time.
There's also National Bacon Lovers Day.
Yeah, who doesn't love bacon? I don't trust anyone that doesn't like bacon.
You know, I teased with the line, dare you switch to tea? I know you don't drink coffee.
No, I do enjoy a cup of tea every now and then. My family's big tea people, but I have to be in the right mood for tea. Tea's a vibe for me.
Well, for us coffee drinkers, it's getting hard out there.
Is it?
Well, it is.
Expensive or?
Very expensive.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it expensive or do you just not want to make your own coffee?
No, I make it at home, but it's still expensive.
Okay.
Like Stumptown, we drink Stumptown.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that stuff, this guy, I'm reading about, this is on Oregon Live, and I'm reading about a guy who says he's paying $18 to $20 per 12-ounce bag of Stumptown coffee at the grocery store.
Yeah.
That's about $25 per pound.
Can I tell you that I have no concept?
That's a lot.
You could have given me any number there, and I would have been like, oh.
Let's put it this way. I drink a lot of coffee in the morning.
Sure.
Maybe 4 8-ounces.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a lot, but that is to me. And so if you buy one of those 12-ounce bags of Stumptown coffee beans, we buy the beans.
Then you grind them?
Yeah, our maker grinds them for us because we're really fancy.
I was too busy grinding my absolute face off.
Listen, dude, there are a lot of things that happen as you get older. And one of them as you get older is you will go to great lengths to make sure your coffee situation is top notch at the house.
Yeah.
And I was actually inspired. I got to give credit. I was inspired by the great and former fan host, Cam Cleland.
Yeah, he's a big coffee guy.
Well, he has a coffee maker at his house that, I mean, I was over there for golf one morning and he poured me a cup. He made me a cup. I'm like, dude.
You're like, this is some gourmet-ass.
What is that? I want it. And I didn't buy that exact thing because it was way too expensive. And I didn't play in the NFL.
Sure.
I think you could only get it if you played in the NFL.
It's a players union sort of thing.
But I got a really nice one. And that bag, I mean, between my wife and I, that's $18 to $20 you pay for the 12-ouncer.
Yeah.
That'll last us maybe 3 days, 4 days.
All right,
I mean, that's pretty expensive,
all right,
dude.
So you're going through it.
You know
you
what
got
I'm
your
saying?
creams and sugars and all that.
Yeah, I just drink it black. But yeah, my wife puts everything in.
We
her
have
coffee.
series of we have a coffee bar at my place, and I don't know what.
So she's got all the
syrups and
black please, thank
you know, all that. I had a buddy that stayed at my house the other night. He crashed over there, and he woke up in the morning. I felt embarrassed because he's a coffee drinker, and I had to do one of these. I'd offer you a cup of coffee, but I don't know how to make it. I have no idea. I have a coffee.
You should know that.
I have a coffee bar at my house, and I have no idea.
You need to talk to the BTJ.
Why do I?
For your guests. Yeah. That's embarrassing.
I just turned to him and I'm like, if you can figure out how all that works, have at it.
Well, where was the beach?
She'd already gone to work.
That's kind of like if somebody's like, hey, how do you turn your TV on? And BTJ's like, I don't know. That's Jason's thing.
I guess
right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, you need to.
You should know.
I should be dialed in on that.
I think you should. You don't need to be dialed in, but you should be able to make your guest a cup of coffee.
No clue. I have absolutely no clue how any of that works, and it's a whole setup. Couldn't tell you.
Well, Specialty Beans in Portland, we love our we love our coffee here.
Yeah.
We pay more for coffee here.
Yeah.
But the prices are really going up to the point where sometimes they're exceeding $35 or $45 per pound.
Northwest Coffee, it just means more.
Higher than luxury.
Are we the SEC of coffee?
We got pretty damn good coffee, dude.
Damn. Oh.
Higher than luxury foods. Higher than like live lobster. That's more expensive than lobster.
Dude, that's nuts.
It is nuts.
When I was in Indonesia, I had a cup of coffee that those like varmints poop out. Kappa something or other.
Oh, I thought it was bug poop. Is it animal poop?
No, it's animal poop. It's like a little lemur that they eat the beans and then they crap them out and they make the coffee out of that. Supposedly, it's like the most expensive coffee in the world. I don't know what to tell you. I drank a cup of it and I'm like, well, I'm just drinking animal dung. I don't get it, but
cat poop coffee.
Yeah, it's like lemur. It's like
but it comes from the cat family.
Yeah. Okay.
A civet.
Yeah, see, it could be worse. You could be
the Asian palm civet.
You could be drinking that.
Well, look, it's first world problems, okay?
It is.
But that is one thing that will not be cut from the budget at our house. I can tell you that.
You're
Okay?
not going back.
Okay? No. I love coffee. And I love good coffee.
Yeah, you're not. I can see
And then I
it.
come here and have this crappy ass coffee.
Well, I'll tell you
Joke.
what. I haven't seen you this passionate about something in quite some time.
You bring your thermos thing every day with your water. Just put some coffee in there.
Well, I don't drink in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Well, you're
done
complaining about the crappy ass coffee here that you don't drink then?
Well, that was more of a statement of like when I go other places.
Oh, okay.
They just never have good coffee. I think other places should have good coffee.
And someone was saying, tell me you were raised LDS without telling me you were raised LDS. I can assure you that...
That does sound LDS.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There is nothing in my life that the idea that coffee is where I draw the line, yeah, no.
What do you mean?
Well,
I think he's just saying that a lot of LDS people don't drink coffee, so they don't know how to make coffee.
But drugs, alcohol, and sex, yes. But coffee's where I drew the line. I was like, well, I can't. The Lord said no.
I know. I'm not sure that he's just saying like you
that
probably
maybe an LDS would be less likely to know.
You weren't exposed to much coffee, so you don't like it.
I've tried.
And so you don't.
I've tried many different variations over the years. When we were in Italy this last time, my two buddies that I were with,
the espresso in Italy.
I tried it multiple times in the morning and was like, I just don't get it.
They have those bars where you go in there and you just stand there. You eat a little crumpet.
Yep.
And you suck down a nice espresso.
I tried.
Then you're all wired up.
Italian cappuccino in the morning.
Yes.
Dude, just
God.
Dude, do a bump like an adult, all right?
And then you go have wine at the next bar.
What? Coffee. How do you get going in the morning? A GD adult, that's how. Wake up and go.
Coffee might be the greatest nectar on the planet.
I know. You are so passionate about this.
I just love it.
Yeah.
I'm looking longingly into
I know. You're just like
thinking
Mother,
about
how do we even start talking about coffee?
Well, it's too expensive.
But what is
it
that?
coffee day?
Yeah, what do we...
It's expensive.
That's it?
Was it the news story?
In Portland, yes. That's the
news.
story.
That's the story.
Okay.
Coffee prices are soaring, you little bitch. God. Stupid bitch. See what else I have for you here. Pressure's on.
I would say, yeah, the rest of the
Bitch.
country drinks Dunkins. Yeah. It's got to give yourself
Well,
a Dunkin'.
apparently Dunkin', we don't have Dunkin' out here, but apparently it's got really good coffee.
Yeah, they love it.
I don't know.
I think that's a placebo effect thing.
Is it?
I think people have told them, hey, Dunkin's
Yeah.
actually really good. It's the same crap as ever. I mean, it's not the same. I think Dunkin' drinkers have convinced themselves it's good because they want to like it.
Well, here's what I think is interesting. I feel like Starbucks does not have good coffee.
Okay.
Even though I will drink it.
Sure.
Because they're pretty much everywhere. But if that tells you how important coffee is, they didn't even have great coffee. And it's like the number one coffee place in the United States, right?
Freaking love it.
It's just, that tells you
all you need to know.
I think. It's not even good.
And yet people are there drinking it. Well, it's like Applebee's. There's Applebee's
Of course, people
everywhere.
drink all kinds of different, the frappa whatevers and all that. You know.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like...
I'd like to see you be a barista.
Jeez. I'd get fired after. I couldn't handle it. The first person that caught me a toot over whatever...
over their frappuccino.
You would just get it,
I said 2 pumps.
You would just get it thrown in your face.
Do you know what a pump is?
That's a shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The espresso.
Yeah.
At least I think. I don't know.
Every now and then, like on the weekends, I wake up and I'm usually out and about doing something in the morning, and then my lady sleeps in, and so she'll call me like on my way back from wherever, and she'll be like, "Can you swing by and grab me a coffee?" And I'm like, "Oh my god," because then I have to go through her order process, and I don't know if anyone else like this. Her order is like 17 like. I want a half calf Americana soy milk. I'm like, no.
Cinnamon dust.
I'm like, you son of a bitch. You coffee.
It's obnoxious.
You get two. You can. I will say 2 things, and outside of that, and then I have to sit there and listen to the person, and they ask me questions. I don't know the answer to them, and then the lady's asking me what my big plan. And I hate the whole process. I hate everything about it.
I have a buddy whose coffee order is so big that I can't. We golf a lot,
yeah,
and so and we vacationed together and things.
If
and
you
so,
can't remember it off the top of your head, it's a problem.
Yes, I can't remember it.
Then
he
doesn't get his order then.
We've been together so many times, and I've gotten the coffee, and I'm just like, oh my God, text me again what the hell that order is of yours.
Do you have it? I would like to know what this is.
I can text it. Again, I can't.
Oh, I just
I'll
know if you
text
had it in your texts currently. But
No, I'll text him.
Drives me crazy.
All right. Coming up next. Hood to Coast may be the hottest on record.
Oh.
Yet another reason not to Hood to Coast.
I was going to run in it this year. And
No,
then
you
I-
weren't.
And then I was.
No, you weren't.
Brandon
my
Sprague is. He always does.
It was my 17th year in a row that I was almost going to do it. And then last minute, I just kind of fell through.
I got invited. I said no.
You did?
Yeah.
After try Clyde?
After I did the triathlon, Sprague's like, hey, do you want it? And I'm like, no. No.
Damn it.
Dude,
Boy,
this Clydesdale ain't built for the running.
Can I just say that I called...
I went on a 3-mile run yesterday.
That's fine, but you're a one and done on the...
I am not.
Yes, you are.
I tried to do another one this month, and my
I tried to do the Hood to Coast?
No, I was going to sign up, and my wife said, that last training took quite a bit of time. You're really sure we're going to do that again so quick?
Yeah, see, you're not doing another one.
You're done.
I'm not done.
She already nixed it.
You're done.
I'll do another
You're
one.
done.
You have no free will.
I will do another one, and yes, I do.
Nice laugh.
Go to break.
You're not running another one.
Yes, I am.
Blink twice if you're okay.
I'm fine.
We'll be right back on The Fan.
This is the Fan's Window into Sports, a view into today's top stories. Brought to you by Window Nation, online at windownation.com.
High fly ball, deep left field. Simpson back, track. Wall, see ya! The 9th home run for the Yankees. They've tied the most that they have ever hit in a game in team history.
Wow.
9 home runs?
Yes,
Who
that's
would
the
have
most the Yankees have ever hit in a game ever.
Well,
yep.
Tied.
Who's hit more than 9?
Yeah, that's a lot.
My God, that's an entire series for the Mets.
There was a guy who has 2 home runs on the season who hit 2 in the game.
Who were they playing?
They were playing Tampa.
Huh.
But they were at that Yankees.
Yeah, the Legends Field or whatever, the minor league stadium.
Window into Sports brought to you by Window Nation. 50% off all window styles. 0 down, 0 interest, 0 payments for 2 years. Call 866-90Nation or visit windownation.com for a free in-home estimate.
Dirt and Sprague. Dirt and Sprague.
I'm Dirt.
Bill Oram is our guest, columnist at The Oregonian. It's interesting now that we might be in an era in which we can actually interview an owner and get a quote.
Jonathan Bach finds a cell phone number for Tom Dundon and reaches out. And Dundon, basically declined to speak, but said he'd be happy to once it was all said and done. And I'm sitting there reading that as we added it to our coverage. And I'm like, well, that's one more quote than we've gotten from Jody Allen in the last X years.
The home of Dirt and Sprague. Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on the Fan Sports Network.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers.
5
on the Fan Sports Network.
That's a big
105.1
deal. Thank you
FM
very
and
much.
1080 AM.
Okay, I wanted to two things. On the complicated coffee orders, like of the BTJ, somebody asked ChatGPT to give them an incredibly complicated Starbucks order.
Yeah.
And here's what it said.
Okay.
And this stuff, like, these are real. Like,
Yes.
you could do this.
Yeah.
Venti iced caramel macchiato with almond milk and an extra shot of espresso. Have the caramel drizzled, divided equally in the bottom and the top of the foam with light ice. Add 3 pumps of mocha syrup, 2 pumps of toffee nut syrup, and a sprinkle of cinnamon on top. Serve it in a grande cup with a separate cup of ice on the side and a packet of sweetened low.
Yeah. Yeah, kiss my ass. None of that stuff. You're getting none of that.
By the way, we were wrong. The pump is...
Are those the flavors?
Those are the flavors,
Like the
the
syrups?
syrups.
Okay.
Like you said, you had a coffee bar with all the syrups.
Yeah,
that's a pump.
that's a pump.
2 pumps of a syrup is, obviously
normal.
But the shot espresso is like the shots.
Look, if I'm working at an espresso bar, you're getting coffee, and that's it. You're getting coffee, cream, and sugar. That's the only thing you're
I
getting.
kind of wonder, and I've never asked my buddy this, and I think I will because I'm going to be with him this weekend. I wonder how you even I know how he discovered that drink. He used to work at Starbucks.
Okay.
But how does the BTJ even discover the drink that she orders?
I don't know. I have no
It's so complex. Like, how do you even get to that point?
It's a source of contention. We've almost broken up at least 6 times over coffee orders because I just refuse to play the game, and then I get called a jerk, or I screw it up, and then I say I don't care.
And then on the other side, you had your McDonald's drive-through meltdown where you couldn't order a McMuffin without getting pissed off.
Look, I don't do well in drive-thrus. There's something about the drive-thru. The pressure of it, I don't handle it well.
Pressure.
Pressure's
on.
I'll admit it's a bit of a weak spot in my game. I don't do well at the drive-thru.
Well, Hood to Coast is kicking off Friday, and people are saying, a lot of
people are saying
this will be the hottest year on record for the 43-year-old race, the Mother of All Relays.
How about that?
A lot of people
Of course.
This guy says he's legit nervous. 4th time, and he's got that mid to late afternoon 7-miler in 100-degree heat.
His team hates him. Because I would imagine the early morning or overnight runs are delightful this time of year.
Yeah, I would think, right? Nice,
but not that run.
Chill evening.
So anybody on your team that you hate is running in the mid-afternoon.
Can I make this is a weird bugaboo I have. I like working out in the heat.
Do you?
Yeah, like I don't want to sit outside and watch a baseball game in 100-degree heat. But I don't mind
yard work or
if
like
I'm like I when it's
biking.
hot, I ride my bike and I don't mind it. Or the hot days my jiu-jitsu gym doesn't have air conditioning, and I don't mind it as long as I'm working and doing something where the sweat isn't going to like just sit there on me. I don't mind it.
I kind of like golfing in the heat for the same reason. I would rather golf in the heat than the cold, where you're going to get stiff and your back tightens up and stuff.
That I can't because again, it's too much standing around.
Yeah, but if you're in a cart with shade and it's 90 out, like I don't mind at all because my muscles stay loose.
So I wouldn't necessarily mind running in that heat. In fact, I would rather be the one running in it than sitting like if you told me I had to sit in a hot van and like drive, that's where it's going to get me.
Well, they're saying temperatures could reach between 98 and 101 degrees between Friday and Saturday. The record high for this weekend is 102.
Yeah. So we're close.
So you could be running in record heat.
Yeah. And by the way, I say that, but I'm also not running 7 miles, so I could be totally full of crap. Couldn't tell you the last time I ran 7 miles, which is never. And so maybe that's...
Well, but they don't just run 7 miles. Don't they run multiple legs?
Well, you run 7, right, and then you take a break, and then you get in the van, and then you have to run
you have a
again.
team that you rotate with. So
how many are on a team?
I think you can do... I don't know. It's not large. You're supposed to maybe be in like the 8 to 12 range, maybe even less.
I mean, the people that do it love it. Again, it's just not one of those things that...
Apparently, there's 12 per team.
12.
Yeah.
It is. It's just all about you just hang out in a van and drink. Isn't that like the...
Well, I think you drink at the end.
Don't you follow along with your
your van
person
just
running,
goes alongside your runner.
Or they go ahead and park, and then once they get there, then the next person takes off.
Yeah, and then everyone gets to the coast or whatever, and then you all drink. I said I'll just meet you at the coast and
Seaside.
Yeah, let's drink.
So they go from Timberline Lodge to Seaside.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Which I'm sure is beautiful, but I don't know. Maybe I'll look at the drone footage or something.
Well, you used to run a little bit, right?
I did, yeah.
Never considered it?
No.
Yeah.
Not once.
Yeah.
Never been asked. My brother and his wife did it. They came here and did it.
Really?
Yeah.
And still, you're like,
a couple
no.
years they did it. Yeah, no. Like, what? I don't get it.
Yeah.
But it's cool. 43 years. They do a good job, sounds like. People love it.
Yeah, Sprague does it. He won't shut up about it.
I think it's his 10th year doing it.
Yeah, he does it every year.
How about
He's all about it.
He's got a tattoo of the logo.
Does he?
For Hood to Coast, yeah.
Wow. How many more years do you think he does it? How old is he? Is he...
He's probably close to 40, right?
He's about my age, maybe a little younger. Might be 38.
Oh, my God, really?
Yeah, I think he's in his late 30s.
That makes me feel terribly old.
They've been working here for 13
Yeah, we were
years.
in a meeting the other day, and they said Dirt and Sprague had been here for 12 years.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah. They've been here
What?
I did not know he had a Hood to Coast tattoo, but all right.
I was stunned. 12 years?
Yeah, been here a while, man.
What?
God, we're old.
But I bet he does another 10.
No way.
I think that's like his big...
I think it's his thing.
I think he loves it. Like
He's like a runner man.
Yeah, he loves that thing.
No, I bet he does 2 more years.
Then shuts it down. He's like, I don't know, man. Dave Kinsella,
he loves it.
He loves it.
Yeah.
He's
from sales.
He's one of our sales bros. I think they run together. I think that's the team.
Do we have an Odyssey team? Should we go cheer him on?
Yeah, no.
No, I think there has been in the past, but I don't know that we
Should
have
we go
one.
sabotage him?
Rob's heckling.
What, are you throwing banana peels out in front of him?
Boo! Can I just ride my bike alongside the team and mock them the entire time?
I probably could.
Till someone throws a stick in my spoke and then whoops.
That is in the news. AUG 2025 brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Up next, fake natty talk on The Fan.
At Grocery Outlet, we always have the best wine selection, offering hundreds
All right, welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Wednesday. It's your Sports Bros here. Rop, that's me. And Big Sook, right here. Look at him, he's right over there. There's Ryan Buckley.
Who will not be running anymore.
No, I am still running. I'm
Sprint
just not going to be doing hood to coast.
His wife put the kibosh on his
I think that's the big
hobby.
story of the day, right? That Buckley's wife has officially nixed any more triathlons.
No, she did not say any more triathlons. She didn't know that I needed to do another one quite so quickly.
She needs help with the kids.
She actually suggested me look for one in the fall, maybe down in California.
Yeah, maybe a little bit later on.
By that time, the divorce papers will be on your desk.
I found one in San Diego, October 14th. I don't think I'll do it, though.
Ah, San Diego.
When?
October 14th.
We'll see about. We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
Coming up in the club tonight, we have a story of entrapment and a honey trap. Two different stories.
Wow.
But along the same lines.
Honey trapment?
Of one another. Yes.
When I honey trap, I think of something entirely different. But
we also have How to Lose a Girl in One Easy Move.
Okay.
By one fella. This hour, the hottest new ticket in college football. Can you guess what it is?
The hottest ticket?
Yeah.
Is this to a
New.
Hottest new ticket?
To a game, I'm guessing?
It's let's put it this way. It's a way that college football programs are trying to increase revenue. They're selling tickets to this.
Oh, I think I have an idea what this might be.
Did you see the drone video today of Kansas's new renovations?
No, but I've been following. I haven't seen today's, but
Yeah,
I've been following.
so it's I guess it's complete now. So they renovated the it's no longer Memorial Stadium. It's Booth.
David Booth, yeah.
David Booth?
The guy who gave him $300 million.
Yeah, so they finished the football
Somehow
stadium.
that buys you your name on the stadium.
It is now that they're calling it the Booth.
Yes.
So they took a drone and they flew it through the stadium, and then all their football facilities are attached to the stadium. It's really nice. Like,
yeah, they did a good job.
It looks like something out of the future. It looks like Tron. And every time I see one of these, it just blows me away. And I mean, Kansas is historically just not a serious football program, but boy, they invest in it. There is no one anymore. You're not allowed to have bad facilities. And just some of the stuff that people come up with now, boy, every time I see one of these, it is spectacular. So I saw that video today. It's cool the way they did it. They just did a fly through of everything from the locker rooms to the training facilities to meeting rooms. And it's first class all the way. Apparently, when you spend $450 million, you get a really nice
That's right.
facility.
I was reading today that they actually changed, how the one end zone is open.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a scoreboard, and then they have the hill that goes up. They were going to close that in with seats.
Yeah.
But they chose not to.
Yeah, they left it open.
Yeah, they decided not to because they didn't know what they wanted to do long term with that area, so they changed it, but it does look nice.
I will say it's got a little bit of the Reeser feel where one side you can tell is.
Oh yeah, I wish they would have done the whole thing.
Yeah, it's a little harder.
It's costly.
It's
like
costly.
the old side,
yes,
is stupid.
Autzen has that right now. The old side, the new
when you
side.
see the drone that flies through, let's just say they focus way more. Like
on the bougie side,
Yeah,
because you know who sits on the other side? The students.
So, at no point does the drone ever really pan the full length of the stadium. It's more of you see it on the periph, and then hey, everybody, look at this. But all the facilities are really, really nice, and it's just this is the cost of doing business. If you want to play in big boy football world, you got to be able to pay athletes, and you got to have super nice facilities.
All right, so coming up next, we're going to do a segment on fake natties. We were talking yesterday about Auburn suddenly claiming out of nowhere four more national championships.
Yes.
But this is not new at all.
No.
Teams do this all the time.
And yet no one recognizes it but them.
So we will get to that next on The Fan.
He's back. Damian Lillard is Isaac and Suk on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
So the discussion yesterday about Auburn suddenly and out of nowhere claiming 4 more national titles has me. I am blue screen reboot over here.
Did you see them? They are already putting it up. Like today, they had photos of painting it on in the stadium. It says National Champions 2004.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's up in Ben Hill Griffin
Dude,
Stadium. Or is that
this is not okay.
Jordan Hare?
So I went to the Alabama.
Jordan Hare. Ben Griffin
is Florida.
I went to the Alabama Wikipedia page, and it has a section on Alabama football, and it has a section on there on the right where it's like where it lists like all-time record, bowl record, conference titles, blah blah blah, all the way down.
Yeah.
In there it says claimed national titles, of which they have 18. And it has unclaimed national titles, of which there are 5.
Yes.
So does that mean they could claim them?
Dude, I have so many questions. One, what the hell is an unclaimed national title?
It is where you can make an argument, or again, this goes back to someone at some point said you were the national title, but it wasn't really recognized. It used to be that you only recognized it with an AP or in the land of the coaches poll AP, where we used to have split titles.
That is so dumb.
Yes.
And so now I'm gun shy about how many titles anyone has. Do they really have 18 or do they just claim 18? I don't understand.
Look, I think
no one knows.
Back in the day, especially, like at least, I'll say this about Auburn, at least the 2004 one, I guess you could say, but again, that you could say Oregon, the year that they didn't get to play for one, you could say we're claiming that. There was a year that Miami was the best team in the country and didn't get to play in the BCS. But at least you can make a case. But when you're going back to like 1914, when you played 6 games, and you're saying that someone who wrote for like the New York Telegraph said you were the best team in the country. But does anyone really care that you won a title in 1914? Like outside of Auburn fan base, who really cares?
Dude,
Central Florida gave themselves the national title a couple years ago.
I hate this.
I think it's embarrassing. And I would guess that Auburn fan, if you had any sort of pride, you would hate this too.
But they all do it. So Buck forwarded this thread from College Football Kings on to me. It's on X. And it says, while Auburn faces deserved scrutiny for their decision to claim 7 new natties, apparently there are 3 others you don't even know about. There also needs to be a conversation about other teams who have done the same thing in the past. Here are some other teams with fake natties.
Yeah, I saw this where teams supposedly have claimed these.
1941 Alabama, right there.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
They lost 2 games.
I don't know what to make of a 1941
They were 9-2 and they finished 20th in the polls. How are you claiming a title?
Well, here's the thing. You can claim anything.
20th?
I mean, if Trump has taught us anything, if you just stick to your story.
You took the words right out of my mouth. We're the greatest country in the world. Just ask. It's the hottest country, the best country.
He gets up there all the time and tells you the gas is $2 a gallon. And
it isn't.
Well, it is. I guess you want to make up a ring and call yourself national champion? Be my guest. No one believes it. This is like when you take away a national title from someone. If they came out, the NCAA, and said, Michigan, because of the cheating, you're not national champions. Guess who's the national champion? Michigan. Reggie Bush had his Heisman taken away. Who won the Heisman Trophy that year? Reggie Bush. You can't take away and you can't award 20 years after the fact. Other than you can do it yourself, and we all laugh at you and think you look like a jackass.
So do you think Auburn's doing this because Alabama has done it so much? Because here's another one. 1973 Alabama. They lost in the de facto national championship game. They went 11-1, and somehow they're claiming...
They claim it.
Notre Dame was undefeated. They lost to Notre Dame, and they're claiming the title.
I think Auburn's doing it because Auburn realizes that they're being passed by. And this is an attempt to stay relevant. That's all this is. It's Jerry Jones attempting to stay in the headlines because your program sucks right now. You haven't done anything in a while, and you're kind of falling on hard times. You've been through a bunch of coaches. You're not expected to do much, and so you throw it out.
I guess my thing on this.
Someone said, fine, Beavers 2000, 11-1. Drub Notre Dame,
my
national
thing
champs.
Is what you have to have a reason. Like, the path has to be somewhat sensible.
Yeah.
You can't finish 20th and claim the national title.
But that is like the thing that's superstar. That's a Trump thing. No, it's not. You can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want.
Well, that's why I'm pissed off about it.
We're living in a world now where you can literally say
that.
whatever you
But
want.
it's one thing when these things are gray because college football didn't have a real playoff. I get the gray area of it. It's another when you're the 1940 Tennessee Vols. Two other teams finished undefeated, 1-2. You went 10-1, lost in your bowl game, and you claim the national title. Not okay. Not up in here.
I guess it just goes to my point of no one believes it other than Auburn fan, and then we all make fun of you, so enjoy it all.
Tennessee also claims 1967. They had 2 losses. USC finished number 1 and is the only recognized champion.
Yes.
But somehow Tennessee is like, well, I think we probably would have won that. 1970 Ohio State, 9-1.
Yeah.
Final AP poll number 5. Nebraska went 11-0-1, beat number 5 LSU in their bowl and finished number 1 in the AP.
I just don't know why, like Tommy Tuberville, like I would be mortified if I was a coach of a team like that and 20 years after the fact someone came to me and was like, "Hey, by the way, no one thinks it, but we're going to say that you're national champions." I would not I would be embarrassed. I'd be like, "Don't do that. Like you're making us all look like clowns."
Texas claims the 1970 title as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed. Ohio State just claimed that. No, Texas claims it too. I mean, what is happening?
I don't know.
Now, Oregon could claim 2, right? 2001 and 2011. Was that the Auburn game?
Yeah, but they can't claim the Auburn
because
one.
Why not? Everything you just said.
That's the Alabama model, right? We lost in the championship. We still think we're better. It's ours.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose
we were better.
The one Oregon, if you wanted to make the claim, would be the Fiesta Bowl year with the Joey. You could. Now, I still contend that Miami would have stomped an old-fashioned mud hole in your ass, but
we don't know, which is why we claim it.
You don't know.
What if they just claimed the Dennis Dixon year? It's like, well, he probably would have been. They probably would have won it. They were really good.
If he hadn't gotten hurt.
There's 3 more right there.
And it just goes to show you once again that college football is not a serious enterprise. It never has been and it never will be. Which is why anyone that laments about the current state of college football and like it's ruined the sport, F off. The sport was ruined way before this. If anything, at least it's better now and that you get a chance to prove it.
Well, yeah.
Because I think if you go back and look at the olden days, and I don't want to take a shot at my fair program, but BYU won a national title in 1984, and I believe we beat one ranked team. The team we beat in the bowl game, the Michigan team, I think they had like 4 or 5 losses. And we eked by them, and we were like the only undefeated team who were like national champions. Like, and everyone said okay.
Yeah, sure.
Everyone was like, yeah, it's BYU. We don't. So we put.
So you guys do have a.
We have a.
I mean,
we have a horse crap national championship.
That's a claimed national championship.
But it's one that everyone gives us. Everybody, like it's undisputed. Like no one questions it, even though it's a total farce. BYU wasn't even like probably a top 10 team.
Yeah, it's got on your guys's Wikipedia page, claimed national titles. 1.
Yeah, 1.
No unclaimed. The Ducks have 1 unclaimed national title.
They got 1
unclaimed,
and that is
2024.
2024.
Yeah.
Oh, because of how they finished number 1 in whatever poll that was last year, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You tell me. You're the one with the mental gymnastics here.
I am?
No, I just mean like I cannot wrap my head around the fact that you can just say whatever you want and claim a title. That is weird to me. Yeah. So I'm not going to be able to come up with the reason why 2024 is an unclaimed title for the Ducks. It's foreign to me.
Yeah.
You tell me.
None of that stuff makes sense other than I know in one of the weird there's some weird poll out there where they came up with the computer rankings and said Oregon was the best team in the country. It was like the Wolf poll or something. You remember that? It was the
No, I do. Yeah, there's
the
like one
Wolfer rating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like they had a formula that said actually Oregon's still the best, and we're like, okay.
Yeah, it's just.
So why is that an unclaimed title? Who is Wolfer, and why do they have a rating? And why do we care about it? I could have the Roper rating.
Yeah.
We had Kansas #1. We're now going to claim a championship.
You know what you should do? Introduce the Roper rating. Go back and re-Rop rate all the Kansas seasons and give yourself like 20 KU titles.
20 titles.
Have you ever met the guy in life that just he sticks to a narrative and everyone knows that it's a lie, but he just sticks with it, and so like it eventually becomes kind of this weird accepted reality? Like if you just say you're good at something long enough and no one ever, like, you're like, whatever, and there's no really way to prove that you're not, like, you just say something, it just kind of ends up being your thing. Like, I grew up with kids like this. If you just say something enough times, eventually we all get tired of it, and we're like, well, I guess this is the truth. And this is the world of college football now. You just say it enough. If you paint something on the side of the stadium that says national champion 1956, we can all laugh at Auburn now, but 5 to 6 years from now, someone will show up and be like, oh, hey, Auburn, national 1956. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, it's been there for, I've seen it every year. And you'll just accept that it's your national champions in 1956. Well, it's kind of an ingenious strategy if you think about it.
It's a who's going to stop me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Who is going to stop? I'm just going to get really rattled.
It's like wearing a #1 dad shirt. I don't want to tell you, dude, I'm #1. I don't know how official those rankings are, but
No. Ryan Cooley's #1.
No.
I saw it. It's on a mug in his office.
No, I got a shirt. Say it long enough. You know, it's that guy that tells you that he's like a 3 handicap. Yet every time you play with him, he shoots like 86, and he's like, well, it's a bad day.
All right.
We live in a world of absolute bullcrap.
Well, I hate it.
And I
hate the world.
This is not the problem. This is a symptom of the disease that we have.
College football's hot new money grab. That's next. Here's Buck.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan, the Mariners get swept by the Phillies. They lose 11-2 today, with Max Kepler and Kyle Schwarber both going deep for the Phils. That's Schwarber's 45th dinger of the season. The M's, who have now lost 7 of their last 8, will head back home to open up a 6-game homestand on Friday against the Athletics. The good news for the M's is the Astros have been almost as bad. Houston loses again today 7-2 to the Tigers. They remain just a game and a half ahead of Seattle in the division. The M's currently hold that third and final wildcard spot 2 games ahead of the Royals. Injury scare at Ravens practice today as former MVP Lamar Jackson was stepped on and came up holding his right wrist. He left practice with a trainer and a team doctor, but is expected to be okay. At Falcons camp, starting right tackle Caleb McGarry carted off the field after a leg injury. Results of his MRI are pending, but Atlanta will likely turn to swing tackle Storm Norton to protect the blind side. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurting missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Your home for Seahawks football, the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. It's time for Who's Leading the Charge, a look under the hood at the coaches, players, and teams getting it done. Brought to you by Battery Exchange.
That gets through the drawn-in infield. Javi Baez drives in run number 6.
We're going to see. Are you prepared for Javi Baez being in the playoffs?
El Mago?
But I do think it's a good thing when certain teams are in the playoffs. So, yes, I am prepared for All-Star Javi Baez to be in the postseason.
Who once got struck out by Sister Jean.
What?
Yeah.
She threw out the first pitch?
Well, yeah, she struck him out.
They did a fun superimposed thing where he was swinging at such bad pitches, they laid hers over one of his bad swings, and there you have it.
Hey, All-Star Javi Baez.
Battery Exchange, reliable, affordable batteries for cars, boats, RVs, golf carts, and more. Online at batteryexchange.com, powered by Continental Battery Systems. Mention code BXT10 for 10% off.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs.
On the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Well, college programs are having to find new revenue streams. Stat.
Yeah.
Because they got to pay the kids now. Stupid kids.
Still have to pay them a pittance of what they would do if there was actually a union, but
well, I know, but they're always they're always crying like, this is gonna suck. We gotta pay $20 million. Taylor Swift. They make hundreds of millions of dollars.
You're building $400 million facilities. You're paying coaches.
Yes, you're paying buyouts of $50 million.
Yeah, and not blinking about it. So yeah,
right.
Spare me the woe is us college football.
Well, they don't really make hundreds of millions of dollars, but you know what I mean.
They generate.
Yeah, Well, I mean, think about the TV contract and, like you say, the buyouts and the coaches' salaries and the stadium funding. Like, shut up.
Yes.
Anyway, college football is kind of in the Stone Ages when it comes to tapping into all the revenue streams that they probably could.
Mm-hmm.
And so here's a new one. This one is at Oklahoma. Boomer Sooner.
Yeah. There was a video today of Mateer giving all his players Beats by Dre headphones and them losing their minds.
Okay.
Well, he's one of same thing with Dante Moore. He's a Beats athlete, so he gave everybody a Beats by Dre headphone, and you would have thought that they just received $1 million. Players literally losing it. One guy said, "I've never had anything like this." You're like, what? It's a pair of headphones.
What are they, like $100?
Yeah, maybe 150.
I mean, this is the NIL era now. This is it's crazy to me that you would say that
Go
now.
during the break.
No,
I've
seen this.
Go look at the video.
It's wild.
It is stunning to me that a pair of headphones,
Remember
like
those old Jersey unveil videos where
Same
kids were like
thing.
when they black uniforms for the first time. It's the same
Dude,
idea.
I really thought that someone was going to like touch themselves over these Beats by
Well,
Dre
it was
headphones.
probably a Beats. Like he was.
know.
It was. What am I? My God, what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
It was probably like a.
It was like set up.
Yeah. So they probably told them, "Hey, this is gonna. We're gonna use this at Beats.
Extra hype.
Yeah. So we need you to not be disappointed, okay? In our headphones.
It's a whole
Truckload
thing.
of beats comes in. They're like, oh, that's all right.
Well, if someone gave me like when I was playing, if someone after practice was like, "Hey, everyone gets a pair of nice Beats headphones with the BYU logo," I'd be like, "Oh man, that's cool, man. Thanks." Fist bump. I would be like, "Oh my God, woo!
Okay,
I've never seen anything like this. Oh my God." It's like,
Yeah, how did you react when you were supposed to get a TV and Tom Tupa took it?
Yeah, that hurt. That hurt a little bit.
Okay, here it is. Here, Norman, Oklahoma. He's getting out of his car.
Yeah,
and he's got his Beats on.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in Oklahoma colors, and he's got a duffel bag. What's in the duffel bag?
Oh no. You gotta get the one where the Boomer Sooner wagon comes out.
Oh, looking at the wrong one.
Yeah, go to Oklahoma football. It's
Yeah,
after
all right.
practice.
Well, anyway.
And they literally
Okay.
bring out the wagon and it's full of
All right.
Beats.
Let's stay on track.
Stay on track. Focus.
You've got me off my game again, you son of a bitch.
That's what I do. You can look at it during the break.
Yes.
And ask yourself, have you ever been as excited about anything in your life as those Oklahoma players are about getting a free pair of headphones?
So at Oklahoma, can you guess what they're selling tickets to now?
Practice?
No, but that's a good guess.
I
mean, I don't see that being far behind, do you? Although coaches
No.
probably wouldn't go for it.
Oh,
Lanning
they'll start doing that pretty soon.
Because then you'll just keep your clandestine stuff until the fans are gone. You have an open 20-minute period
the
at the beginning.
Redskins, back when Dan Snyder, he started charging for people to go to
every
practice.
NFL training camp could do that.
Yeah, it was a big deal. Everyone hated him for
I think
it.
they do, don't they? Training camps aren't free, are they?
I think a lot of them
they're
are
free
free.
now.
They are?
Yeah, I think Snyder got a lot of heat, and yeah, I think training camps now they're like,
Well, they get a lot of fans out there for
yeah. But I think that's one of those because they make you it's full price to go to the preseason. Like those aren't cheaper tickets. So I think with practices now, I think everyone's allowed in.
So what Oklahoma is doing is they are selling, and it appears to be at a price tag of $345 per person.
Okay.
They are selling tickets to their post-game press conferences.
Oh, they are not.
Wow.
They are. They are. Whoa.
You're S-ing me. What?
Yeah, it's a thing.
My God.
Yep. Jason Gay wrote about it in the Wall Street Journal, and he penned a whole article about how he goes, you have no idea how boring and mundane these press conferences are.
We just refuse. Like we used to have to go to those, and years ago we both were like, I'm not doing that.
It's the most worthless
I'm not going
thing
to those.
you can do in sports.
Yes.
But to some people, you get to be in a room with the coach, and that's
they love
worth
that.
a ton of money.
But I learned very early in our careers that, boy, these are not.
Yeah, we're not doing this.
I am not coming to another one of these.
No.
They are an absolute waste of time. Now, every once in a while, you do get an exciting press conference where, like, John Chaney comes and tries to choke out John Calipari.
Oh, that is true, yeah.
But they are so utterly boring, and the media is boring, and they are very unimpressive. And then the coaches and players, they don't want to be there.
No.
And then the media staff have cobs up their ass. Dude, it's a mess. Like, you do not want to see that.
It could be the most boring thing you will ever encounter. And yet
$345 a person
to go to that.
To see that.
But you're not allowed to ask questions.
No.
So you're
just watching.
Couldn't you just tune into your local radio station and hear the press conference? I mean, all of those things are broadcast.
Well, I mean, people do like to see behind the scenes, and that is behind the scenes, but my God.
Only barely.
I'm telling you, it's rough.
I'll tell you right now, of all the dumb things that you could sell, I can't think of anything worse. Like, I didn't know where you were going with this, but that's a lot of money. I'm trying to think if there's anything that would be team affiliated that would be less interesting to go to for any amount of money other than a press conference.
So Jason Gay says that he says they're oftentimes less interesting than a turtle gnawing on strawberries.
Yes.
So he writes at the end of this article, he goes, I appreciate Oklahoma trying to dress up my profession. I really do. The media takes a beating these days, and the folks in Norman are actually making it seem like we're doing urgent, relevant work you should pay to see. Watch the story take shape through the questions, the insights, and the atmosphere that sets the headlines. The Magic Memories website promises. I can't lie, that's fantastic ad copy. Well done. It actually makes me want to sign up. If it were only so glamorous, if it only felt so alive. But the only people who truly believe the media are the beguiling are the media. Wow. My advice, get a turtle and some strawberries.
300, tell you what, anyone that wants to go to a press conference, I will get a media badge and I'll just give it to you. And then you can go in my place and it won't cost you a dime.
I think Sook's smelling a side hustle here. Just give me $100. I'll get you in there.
I'll give you $1 for you to go, and so I don't have to.
Dude, Oklahoma 300. Well, you don't have to anyway.
No, that's true.
My God, we've made a career out of not going to cover teams.
Dude, I would be embarrassed to charge someone $10 when we were at the Dodger game, and it was the bobblehead for who's the relief pitcher?
Blake Trinan.
Yeah, Blake Trinan. It was Blake Trinan bobblehead night. So we got to the Dodger game early because we wanted to, it was my gal's first time there and we were walking around. And so we get there and they hand us each a bobblehead and we're going and she goes, what are you going to do with your bobblehead? I said, oh, give it to some kid. She's like, yeah. I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with this? And some dude came over to me, some teenager, and like right before the game, and he goes, hey, can I buy that off you? And I said, here, just take it. And he's like, I'll give you $5. I said, dude, just keep your $5 here. Just take it. Like, I could not in good conscience charge someone for that bobblehead. It would be the same thing if I was walking around with a press pass, someone was like, hey, I'll give you $100 for that. I'd be like, dude, no, I can't. Just trust me. You do not want to. It would be saving someone from themselves. $350? My God, Oklahoma, have a soul.
Well, they don't. Pretty soon they're going to start claiming more national titles.
And yet there'll be plenty of Oklahoma boosters that'll be like, oh my God, this is a deal.
Oh, he's great, man.
This is great.
You see what Brent has to say.
You know, this is going to end because Oklahoma's going to get trucked by someone, and Hillbilly Jim will be in the back, and he'll just start yelling in the press conference.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Venables. I paid $7,000 to come to this game.
Never would have happened with Barry Switzer.
Someone will not be able to hold their water in that press conference, and someone will end up yelling, and then this will be the end.
Where's Bob Stoops? My guy.
This will not go well.
A couple of football conspiracy theories next on The Fan.
It's time for a Ducks Report, the inside story on Ducks athletics. Brought to you by Mods PDX. The future of building is here.
Well, we've long thought we know what's going on with the Oregon quarterback room, but Will Stein made it clear as mud yesterday when he said that the competition, quote, it's been great. It's been, like I said, really competitive. I think it's starting to kind of shape out a little bit for us, and we'll see here in the next week or so where we're going to go.
You got to keep both kids happy. Dante Moore will be the starting quarterback. I don't know if he will remain the starting quarterback, but everything you're hearing from people that are around there.
You don't know what I'm hearing.
A lot of people are saying Snap won against Montana State. I feel very comfortable saying that it will be Dante.
Mods PDX, the future of building is here.
Dirt and spray. Dirt and spray.
I'm Dirt. It's kind of thing. A couple good football conspiracy theories here to wrap up the hour.
Like a good conspiracy theory.
Yes, one is insane and not even worth mentioning, but I'm going to mention it anyway just because.
I love wild speculation.
Because it's worth mentioning.
The other one is maybe some credence to it. I don't know. The first one is the insane one, and that is that have you heard the conspiracy theory that Matthew Stafford has passed away and he was cloned, and the QB1 for the Rams is now his clone?
No, I
haven't heard that?
I have not heard that one.
Well, it's out there.
Okay, so we've moved into the cloning universe now.
Yes.
All right. So the first person ever to be cloned is Matthew Stafford.
So hashtag
how did he pass away?
Hashtag Stafford died weeks ago has been trending all over the place.
Wait. So again, I'm confused. So he died, and after he died, they cloned him, and they cloned him with a bad back, or they cloned him thinking he was going to die. How did he die?
I don't know.
I've got questions. But apparently you don't have
Well,
answers.
now I'm looking up the hashtag, but I don't know.
Okay.
They're saying is well.
So they
seems true.
They put out a video of him at practice, and people thought it was a deep fake.
Like everything was wrong about him.
Yeah. It just was. It said the Rams shared a deep fake video showing deceased quarterback Matthew Stafford practicing with the team, disrespectful to his memory and to his family.
So I guess this was the same thing when
Damar Hamlin.
Damar Hamlin died. They said that Damar Hamlin is actually dead, and the one that came back is
somebody else.
Well, if you look at, there's another photo of Stafford, a side by side of the clone Stafford and Matthew Stafford, and they circled the nose and smile and.
Oh yeah.
And do you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
It says, "Do you expect me to believe this is the same person? Wake up, people! Stafford's dead."
God, boy, wouldn't it? Imagine what it's like going through life as one of these. I don't know what was the old. What was the movement like the oh God.
You're doing great.
No, I'm trying to think. What was the big conspiracy movement where like Pizzagate and they
sure, yeah, that was one of them.
No, but what were they were called something? QAnon.
Oh yeah.
QAnon.
Yes.
Okay.
Imagine going through life as a QAnon person where just everything is a lie and a deep fake, and God, that must just be exhausting.
This might be one of those where people are just having more fun with it than anything, but that's out there. The other one is the Jordan Addison Rashee Rice conspiracy theory. Have you heard this one yet?
I have not heard that one either.
I don't know this one.
So on July 17th, Vikings receiver Jordan Addison resolved a DUI citation by pleading guilty to a lesser misdemeanor charge with no jail time.
Yes.
He will miss the first 3 games of the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
On July 17th, note, same date, Chiefs receiver Rashee Rice pleaded guilty to a pair of felonies arising from a street racing crash that was caught on video and that caused multiple injuries. He will serve 30 days and spend 5 years on probation, and he'll be on the field for at least the first 4 games of the season because his disciplinary hearing will not happen until September 30th.
Yes.
That makes no sense.
And then he will be suspended after that. So,
okay, but I think what they're saying is the conspiracy theory is that they want the league wants Rashee Rice out there in Brazil against the Chargers.
Oh. Okay.
So why is Jordan Addison done for 3 games? They the same day they resolved their cases or pled.
Sure.
It ended. They ended their cases on the same day. One of them is missing the first 3 games. The other guy gets to play the first 4 games. Why?
It's a good question. But they're saying that Rice could be suspended for like up to 10 games. Like he's going to get a serious suspension. So we're trying to claim now that Rashee Rice, of all people, moves the needle for the Brazil game? Like, the Brazil people are so fired up to see Rashee Rice?
I don't know. Maybe Clark Hunt's behind it.
The only thing I can think of is, I do know, I was reading about this, and I want to say the NFL had said 10 or 12 games. I forget. It was a double-digit suspension. And that Rice pushed back against it and said no. And I think it may be the case of, if you don't accept the suspension and you appeal it, they do this in baseball, right? All the time. You can appeal your suspension. And then you can play a couple games, then the suspension comes down. So I think that's what this is the Rashee Rice camp is just fighting this. And so they'll schedule a hearing, and you can't discipline him until he's had his hearing.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
And then he'll be suspended.
But the Pro Football Talk guys had a source on there, I don't know, league source, and they said that this is not normal. He said generally if a player pleads out of a case or a case is resolved in the offseason, they don't want that player in week one. They want to. There's an urgency to finalize his discipline because otherwise fans get pissed. They're like, "Why is he out there?"
This is from Tom Pelissero.
Okay.
The NFL was pushing for 10 to 12 games during the 2025 season after he pled guilty two third-degree felonies, blah, 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 the injuries. Rice's agent and attorney and the NFL's Players Association contested the 10-plus game suspension. The case was made that the league office was pushing for an unprecedented suspension length and asked the NFL to negotiate a much shorter suspension. This September 30th hearing date has been set, and both sides are set to meet in front of a disciplinary officer. That's the Sue Robinson lady that does these, the arbitrator. It did say the NFL is willing to negotiate on suspension length, and if the two sides can agree on a length, then Rice would miss the start of the regular season. So he may be suspended. They're just saying we'd rather roll the dice than take a 10 or 12 game suspension. So if the NFL and him can agree on 7, then he will be gone the first 7 weeks of the season. And I would guess that that's going to happen because if you play the first 4 games and then the NFL hands you a 10 or a 12 game suspension, you're out for basically the rest of the year. And I would think if you're the Chiefs, dude, take your 6 or 7 game suspension if we can negotiate that. Who cares that you missed the first month and a half of the season? The Chiefs will be fine. And then you can play as we lead up towards the playoffs. So I'm guessing that he will not be on the field for the Chiefs opener.
All right. Well, so basically what you're saying is both conspiracy theories
are dumb.
Dang it.
I mean, neither one of them has any sort of legs to it. Although believe it or not, the Matthew Stafford one,
more believable.
What?
Well, if you ask the one that would be harder to disprove, it'd be Matthew Stafford. All it took me was a Google search and reading a one article to debunk the Rashee Rice thing. I can't tell you for certain that is not a Matthew Stafford
that doesn't
clone.
Necessarily debunk the Rashee Rice thing.
Well, it really does.
We're just assuming it does. No, they don't have to set the hearing date for September 30th. They could have done that earlier.
Well, I'm guessing that old Sue there doesn't have just random open dates. I'm guessing that's
screw Sue.
Wow.
But
we debunked it.
What?
We cannot debunk
the
Matthew Stafford lizard story. We can't.
Lizard?
Well, he's a lizard person. Don't you know when they clone someone, they become a lizard person?
No, I don't know that.
Yeah. I think that's part of it.
Come on!
Yeah, we can clone people, but we have to use lizard DNA as well.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, all of those people pushing those conspiracy theories should apply for a job in our president's cabinet.
Did you read
Don't you think?
Did you read the defamation lawsuit going on right now between Laura Loomer?
Laura Loomer
And Marjorie Taylor Greene?
It's amazing.
It's the most amazing deposition of all time.
It actually might belong in the club. It really might. The transcripts
It involves roast beef sandwiches. It involves Arby's sandwiches.
As an insult.
As an insult.
So I know Marjorie Greene. Who's the other?
Laura Loomer. Who's
that?
She's one of Trump's I don't know, confidants.
Okay.
She's just a pundit. She doesn't hold any office, but she loves Trump. She's a big Trump gal.
Internet says she is a far-right political activist, conspiracy theorist, and internet personality.
That may or may not be rubbing feet with the president. And she claimed that Marjorie Taylor Greene had an Arby's roast beef sandwich in her pants.
And the court asked her to clarify what she meant by that.
God. It's a defamation suit, and Laura Loomer is now claiming that it is in no way a sexual innuendo. She just believes that Marjorie Taylor Greene likes roast beef sandwiches from Arby's and carries them in her pants.
Nice cover up.
This is under deposition. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. In no way is that an innuendo. I believe she has roast beef sandwiches.
Well, that, like, to your point, you can't disprove that.
Can't disprove.
Thinks that. God.
This isn't a
Why
court
are we
of,
alive?
It's in a court of law. Arby's roast beef.
All right, I've got an entrapment story and a honey trap. And what is Brooke Hogan talking about? We'll get to all of that coming up in the club on The Fan. Hey, it's Rob sticking around for the Window Nation, where right now you can get half off on all your windows at your house. Should you need them, is a great time to get them. Window Nation, they're the best company to install your windows because right now, as I mentioned, 50% off all styles, but they will also give you zero down. You will pay nothing, no payments, and zero interest.
Doing great.
For 2 years. You replace all your windows, and they'll get you a pair of tickets to the Portland Thorns. You know them? They're like a soccer team and such. They play here in town. They have an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. They have a 50-point inspection of every window before it leaves the factory and a 20-point inspection of every window when it's installed. Should anything go wrong, every one of your windows, they all come with a lifetime warranty. So what are you waiting for? If you've been putting it off, now's the time to get with Window Nation. It's their most popular deal. High quality, affordable windows for you. Save 50% right now. Schedule a fast free estimate at 866-90-NATION. 866-90-NATION or windownation.com/Portland Thorns. License number OR 249065.
Hey, it's Sue.
Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update and maybe later Arby's updates. On the diamond today, the Mariners pitching pummeled again by the Phillies. They lose 11-2 and get swept out of Philadelphia. Max Kepler and Kyle Schwarber each go deep for Philly. Schwarber now has 45 homers on the season. The Mariners will head back to Seattle after losing 7 of their last 8. They'll open a 6-game homestand Friday when they host the Athletics. The good news for the M's, the Astros have been ice cold as well. Houston lost again to the Tigers today. So the M's remain a game and a half back in the division. They also hold the third and final wild card spot 2 games ahead of the Royals. There was an injury scare at Baltimore camp today as Lamar Jackson went down and came up holding his right wrist. He left practice with a trainer and a team doctor, but the team said they expect him to be okay. But at Falcons camp, starting right tackle Caleb McGarry was carted off the field after sustaining a leg injury. They are awaiting the results of his MRI, but Atlanta will likely turn to swing tackle Storm Norton to protect the blind side moving forward. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
the home of Primetime with Isaac and Sue. Weekdays 3 to 7. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. The following program may not be suitable for children.
Hold on to your butts.
As the sun sets over Slabtown, in the shadows of the Fremont Bridge, a club comes to life where you can let your freak flag fly.
There's a new fiesta in the making as we speak. Full kegs. Everybody's gonna be there. You ought to go.
The only thing that's off limits are the words you can't say thanks to the FCC.
They don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
We've given away too much to arrive at these political compromises. Yeah.
Google me, bitch.
Oh no, oh no.
Well, my.
Oh, yeah, they signed that brown guy, and then I went right past
Could you mix in a
I know
black?
that I'll probably have to join a white supremacist
I just have
gang.
always preferred the white.
My mom is adorably racist.
I wish I could have more white things.
we
That's what the color
apologize.
guy was saying.
It's time for the club, baby, on 105.1 and 1080. The Fan. Hoo-wee.
Okay.
Okay.
We got a lot of stories here. We got a lot to get to.
Which means we'll get to, like, none of it.
I know.
Maybe, like, 1, 2 things.
That's what I love about our show.
Yeah, we'll get to it eventually.
Is that my notes don't get smaller as shows go on.
No,
they get
gross.
larger.
Yeah.
Because
And they're beholden to no one.
yeah, that's right.
That's the great part, is that you don't have to say any of it if you don't want to.
That's exactly right. I've had stuff in my notes that's been in there for months.
I actually like the shows where we get to the very end. Like, you need a clearing out almost, and you kind of dig through, and you're like, oh, actually, I can't do that in the news story. It's 6 weeks old.
Yeah, I have that. That happens a lot.
There's nothing better, like, when you're prepared for a show and you're like, oh, yeah, we got a lot to get to today. And then you finish the show and you look down at it, you're like, oh, my God, I got to one thing.
Right. And that's great because then there's tomorrow's show.
tomorrow.
Yeah. It's probably why we love our Wednesdays. We can't get through anything on Monday or Tuesday.
Exactly.
Love those Wednesdays.
I mean,
it's a build up.
The first segment of our show today, we got in, or maybe it was the second segment, we got into training orangutans to steal bases.
All because when I sat down...
And giraffes to block kicks.
There was a Little League... That's how we got there. We sat down and ESPN was on and they were doing a Little League World Series thing. And that somehow led to orangutans.
That led to giant sliding mitts.
Yes.
And long arms and stealing bases.
Well, that's how it happens.
The 6 degrees of orangutan.
It's evolution of conversation that cannot be captivated anywhere else.
We explore the studio space with these stories, and then before you know it, we haven't talked about anything.
Yeah.
And that's probably what will happen here, but let's see.
We've already killed half the segment explaining that we're about to get to nothing.
So I've got entrapment, and I've got honey trap. Which you want.
We already talked about the roast beef story, so let's get into the honey trap.
Yeah, I don't want to. Listen,
That was in a deposition involving a United States senator, for God's sake.
You guys were telling me about that during the break, and I just don't have the bandwidth for that. Just
do yourself a favor if you're sitting at home and Google Laura Loomer, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Arby's roast beef sandwiches, which, by the way, is going to become my favorite insult is you carry around Arby's in your pants. That's going to become a go-to.
But we all know what that means.
Yeah, it means that you like... I listened to a deposition, and she just means that Marjorie Taylor Greene loves Arby's and probably carries them in her pockets. Because who doesn't?
Little sandwich for the road.
I love the idea, by the way, of someone just having an Arby's roast beef in their back pocket.
Bring a little packet of horsey sauce with you.
It's like the skipper of the Brewers.
Yeah, pocket snacks.
Pocket snacks, which, by the way, the Brewers are now selling at their stadium.
Yeah, pocket pancakes.
Now we need pocket roast beef. I kind of want an Arby's right now.
Well, this, I believe, is entrapment.
Okay.
And this happened in England.
Land of entrapment.
Where female cops went undercover as joggers.
Yeah.
And they were wearing tight-fitting clothes. And they were trying to get dudes to catcall them.
Mm-hmm. That's illegal?
Yes. They arrested some of the men who hit on them.
What?
Yes.
That's illegal?
Wait, how is that different than like setting up a drug sting or a prostitution sting?
Well, because I don't think it's illegal to just...
What do you get arrested for?
To whistle.
You get arrested for saying, like, well, were they saying vulgar things?
cat calls and such.
I think that's why they said some. So it says the Surrey Police Department created a trial task force, which lasted about a month, and led to 18 arrests for offenses like sexual assault, harassment, and theft. The female officers were sent during rush hour to hotspots where open sexual harassment of women is commonplace. And
so it had to be more than just cat calls.
Yeah, and they pretended to be joggers. One of our officers was honked at within 10 minutes. Then another vehicle slowed down, beeping and making gestures just 30 seconds later. That's how frequent it is. One of the officers in the group said the harassment she faced during the trial period reflects her everyday experience in Surrey.
Yeah, once again, let's just point out, as we've stated many times on this program, men are terrible. And you hear this from female joggers all the time. I just didn't know, like that, you can't get arrested for honking at someone.
Well, apparently they're very horny in Surrey.
Yeah. Well, what else is there to do in Surrey besides get horny?
She says, we get catcalled, we get honked at, people slow down just to stare or lean out the window to shout something. It's so common, but it's harassment, and it needs to be recognized as such. This behavior is either a precursor to something more serious, or it's ignorance and it's fixable. That's where our interventions come in. Stop potential repeat offenders or help people understand what they're doing isn't okay. See, so they don't really.
Yeah.
They're just trying to.
So, yeah, no one's getting arrested. It's
Yes.
more of like, hey, jackass.
Hey, idiot, here's why that.
Knock it off.
Here's why.
No.
Yeah, that ain't working.
And by the way, that's not stopping. Creepy dudes are going to be creepy dudes. Like, it's just sad, but do you think that stops anyone to get yelled at by a cop, or is he just maybe
it
he's
probably
going to
stops those people.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now, there are also people like the Free Speech Union who say this tactic is bizarre and should have no place in a police department.
And look, I don't want anyone to feel unsafe, and I actually feel terrible when I hear stories. My daughter used to talk about this a lot when she lived in Chicago. Like, it's awful, like leaving a bar at night with an Uber and not being able to get dropped off at your apartment because you don't want him to know where you live, and just stuff like that. It breaks my heart because as a guy, you don't think about any of that, and I want all that stuff to stop. But at the same time, it's not illegal to honk at someone. It's not illegal to be like, hey, sugar teas, you look good. It's a jerky thing, and you shouldn't do it and grow the F up. But I ask, that's the best use of your police force? Like, don't you have, like, or is there no crime in Surrey? And you're like,
I think it might be one of those quaint little places that nothing bad ever happens.
They just got a bunch of horny dudes who don't really commit crimes, so the police have nothing else to do.
Well, then in that case, I go harass some people, and
This is the number one problem of our time in Surrey.
I guess.
And they're tackling it.
Yeah.
It'd be like the homeless situation here, or the
Well, then you're saying Surrey is like the best place to live in the world. If this is the worst problem you have, and the police have to address it, then that's
fair.
I do see that though. Like when I'm coming, it's more when I'm coming to work. I don't know if you get this, but on nice days when you're coming down NATO, right there, you're coming down Front Street. There are a lot of attractive joggers of the female type, and the guys too. Hey, that are out jogging, and I do hear horns, and you see the car that like slows down, like you're just driving, all of a sudden the guy in front of you like is hitting his brakes. You're like, what the hell? And then you're like, oh well, some up tops running by, and it is kind of sad that that's all it takes for men to have a like everything stops. You're like, oh. But like you do see that quite a bit. An attractive gal running by can take traffic to an absolute halt. And that says something pathetic about men, but I just don't know how you change that. You can't arrest people for
Now I have a honey trap story.
Is that any different than what I thought we just did a honey trap story?
It's not crime.
Yeah.
It's crime of passion.
Oh.
Well, it's not even that. It's well, you know what a honey trap is, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's that.
Okay.
It's like skedaddle.
Hey, do you know what that means?
Yeah, it means skedaddle.
You know the word skedaddle? It means skedaddle.
It's my favorite.
We will be right back. 105.1 The Fan.
Seahawks football is on The Fan.
Quick toss to JSN, then a throw to the far side by Charbonnet. Turns up the far sidelines, across midfield, inside the 40-yard line. A hook and ladder.
Yeah, so now to a real-life honey trap story involving a woman who is hot.
Isn't that usually the point of the honey
That's
trap?
how the honey trap starts.
Well, I tell you what, her name is Lana Madison.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something, okay?
Not all honey pots are created equal.
Oh my God, she is like the ultimate honey. Like if
Lana Madison.
Yeah, Google that. What do we got?
I'm looking here. This is from the New York Post.
Yeah.
Let me see. Scroll. Oh, hey.
Dude, look at her.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that starts to hit on you.
Yeah.
And you can, and you're good. You're solid.
Yeah. That's.
It doesn't get any like. There's no.
No.
Like she's the ultimate honey trap.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say.
That's looking here at her Instagram here, and
so she's 29 years old. She's an influencer.
Of course she is.
And she helps women catch cheating boyfriends. So what she does
one of
is,
those.
yeah. So she has 76,000 followers on her social medias, and she's super hot. She got huge basketballs attached to her chest.
Yeah.
And she has become a go-to because she's so hot. Yeah. So
does she approach the men?
Well, what happens is women. So it started with just a one.
It's a great business idea, by the way.
It actually is, and quite frankly, it's kind of brilliant.
Yeah.
Because she is such a smoke show that if a woman's husband or boyfriend is solid enough to
say no,
pass on her passing,
yeah,
rock solid. I mean, like that's something a lot of women want to know.
Yeah. Here's the problem, guys. You need to have some self-awareness. No offense to anyone out there. If you look like Brad Pitt or you've got a couple $1,000,000, that's one thing. But let's take, if we're going to say the three of us are just your run-of-the-mill average guy, you're driving a Subaru Outback, you do a split, you do a sprint tri-glide on the...
well, I'm a Forester man for the record.
Forester man. You've got a...
What if you're bald?
You've got a January 6th beard and you're bald and you were no lineman, and out of nowhere, this pops up in your DMs and is like, hey, sexy, realize you can molest me all you want, that, whatever. You're being scammed. This is not real. So just, you need to realize that
Here we go back to awareness.
You need some awareness. This is not real.
Most men don't have awareness.
No, they do not.
So what happens is she says they slide into my inbox and ask me to flirt with their boyfriend to find out if he'll cheat. Yeah. She says a lot of them will. She goes, I didn't plan to become a real life honey trap, but once a few girls online saw what I look like and what I do work for, they realized that I'm the ultimate temptation. If your man resists my advances, he's solid. And if not, well, then you've got an answer. Yeah. I'm not out here ruining relationships. I'm just giving women the receipts.
No, you're ruining relationships.
So what she does is, and she doesn't hawk her services or anything. But apparently she can charge like $5,000.
Oh my God!
To test a boyfriend's loyalty, and she will not meet them in person.
Yeah.
This is all done via their phone or social media.
Yeah.
And she says within hours, given the information from the wife or girlfriend, she slides into the DMs and she will send back evidence of any foul play or flirtation.
Yeah.
She says sometimes all it takes is one selfie and a flirty emoji.
Yeah.
I've had guys try to meet up the same night. I'm honestly shocked at how fast they fold.
Really? You're honestly shocked? I'm honestly shocked that you're shocked.
One woman who messaged Madison for help later broke down in tears after seeing the screenshots. I knew it. I just needed proof. Heartbreaking, sure, but the model thinks it's better to know for certain that your partner is cheating or would cheat rather than living in the dark. Some critics called the blonde beauty meddlesome. She insists she's just a high glam private eye.
Well, look, I feel bad for these women, but it's the same. We could do the same thing if we took Jason Momoa or some guy that looked like Jason Momoa and he went and hit on Gertrude. We all need some self-awareness in this world. I've said it all the time. There's a big difference between celibacy and celibacy that is thrust upon you, right? So for most guys, this will never happen. This gal is never going to hit on you. And so there's some poor bastard that's never been hit on by anyone in his life, and all of a sudden, that's like taking like someone that's a drug addict and putting heroin in front of them, and then we're mad when they take the heroin. It's an unfair.
Not all the dudes may look like.
What you need is more of a salt of the earth woman, maybe from the Midwest. You need a nice Milwaukee butter hog. That's more of an accurate test. If you get yourself Jill from Sheboygan,
he's gonna go get him one of those Milwaukee butter hogs. Well, I think
and Jill hits on your man, and your man's meeting up with Jill. Now you've got a problem.
Here's the business idea, because I see where you're going.
Yeah,
but not all these men. Like, how do you know these aren't like high-end women with really snazzy, good-looking dudes, and they're really jealous and worried that they're going to cheat with the hot?
Well, I will tell you what. If you have a high-end, good-looking guy that makes a lot of money, he is going to cheat.
So here's the business
I'll
idea.
tell you that right now.
The idea is we put together a stable. Of these women.
Stable of hots.
Stable of chicks, as you like to call them.
Marketing chicks?
So we put together, and we have one for different archetype of men.
Yeah.
So in other words, we match the honey trap woman to the caliber of man that we're trying to trap.
That's a more accurate.
So now we have 20. Let's say
You get like a goth Comic-Con type one, and you get a nerdy
right.
science type one.
Send us some pictures of your beau. Tell us what he's into. You know, how much money does he make? And then we'll match with one of our honey trap hots.
See, I like where you're going with this. 'Cause
HGH.
there needs to be a sliding scale. Because at some point, if you're with some comic book dude who's like 70 pounds overweight and has bad skin and a comb over, that's unfair. You're putting him in an unfair situation. It's never going to happen. And by the way, shame on you for not realizing. Again, people that look like this are not sliding into your DMs. Guys, the stripper doesn't like you. She's being paid. We need to start a self-awareness campaign. This isn't real. No, dude, I'm telling you, she really likes me. She really likes me. The fact that men continue to fall for this, poor bastards.
I tell you what.
But it's an unfair scenario, and we need to do it. We also need to do the vice versa.
She is a smoke show.
Where we need the really good-looking guy to hit on the homely girl. Because I'm guessing that there's still probably a lot of that would go on too. You can say all you want, like on Instagram when you post, oh, having dinner with the sexiest guy alive or the most beautiful girl, but it's not. It's just Jill and it's Steve, and let's be realistic here.
God, you're so judgy. Let people post what they want.
Right until Madison texts her, the guy, and he's like, what? Yeah, I'll meet up with you right now. I swear to God. She meant nothing to me, honey. She meant nothing.
Whoa. Oh, hey now. Sorry. Clicking on some bad content here.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, someone said I would just immediately assume it's a creepy old dude. Yes, that is the appropriate response. If a super hot messages you and is like, hey, winky face emoji, it's a guy. It's a guy, or you're being set up by your significant other. How many times in your life, gentlemen, has a 12 randomly messaged you out of nowhere?
I get tired of it.
You're like, you know what? it's ridiculous.
It's too much.
It's too
That's
much.
why I don't do X anymore.
Report as junk.
Yeah. Yeah, now I get text messages. Do you guys get these text messages that come in that are like just some random number and they're like, hi?
Yeah.
Do you get those?
Yeah.
What are they going for there? What's going on there?
They hope you click something or send something back so they can farm your information.
But sometimes they don't have anything to click. It's just hi.
No, but if you respond, it indicates to them you're the type of person who might click on something.
And
in
then
the
they
future.
send along, hey, click this link.
The one that I always get.
Those are stupid.
I get the, it's a phishing one where it's like, hey, make sure you send over the, you know, whatever. And then you're supposed to respond with, you have the wrong number. And they respond with, oh, I'm sorry, this isn't so-and-so. And you're like, no. And then they're like, oh, by the way, I'm a hot Asian. And then they send and then it's a photo of like a cute Asian girl.
Okay.
And you're like.
I got one today that said, here it is right here. It says, we are divorced. Please don't bother me again. Haven't you hurt me enough?
Yeah.
Whoa!
And they want you to respond with, oh, you got the wrong number. And then, oh, I'm vulnerable. And by the way, I have big jugs. Like, I have big, vulnerable breasts. And I just need someone sweet and sensitive to massage them. And people fall for this crap all the time.
Now, when I say delete and report junk, am I reporting junk or am I just...
Yeah.
Is anything happening there?
I don't know. That's all you can do is delete.
That's the best I can do.
But
that's all I got.
I just feel bad because we're living in a world where there's a lot of people out there that are just, how do you say it? There's just, at a certain point, the hotness will overwhelm a lonely, strange, awkward man. He is powerless. That woman is Godzilla, and he is just fleeing Japanese citizens. He doesn't have a chance. And I feel bad. And granted,
so what's your point?
Well, that dude's still a scumbag, but it's because he's cheating on his gal.
But I think you're assuming. See, I
kind of feel bad for the guy that gets caught doing that.
You're just assuming that all these guys are trolls.
Yes!
That's not necessarily true. These could be, like I said, these could be successful men that these women are a little nervous about.
It could be like hot dudes that have no problem getting it wherever they want.
Right.
And it's like, oh, you're this sales exec, and I'm worried because you don't have to stay at home with me.
Again, this is why she's too hot. That's an unfair.
She is too hot.
She's too hot.
And she's smoking. But
you need like a 7.
I think for some, just your general lack of awareness. Comment there about men, that's enough. Right there. The men are not aware that they're like, who's this? It's about time. She found me.
Been waiting for it.
Just send me a photo, I'll be over. What's your address?
I had a buddy once that was signed up for I forget what, Match or, one of those dating sites.
Bumble.
Yeah, whatever.
Isn't that one? Hinge.
Yeah.
eHarmony.
Whatever that was on. And
Coffee Meets Bagel.
And he was lamenting. And he was just a regular guy, right? Not like he was like he didn't have a bunch of money. Like he didn't drive a super nice. He was just a normal guy. He's a nice guy. Average looking.
Mutual. Have you been on Mutual?
No.
You know what that is?
No.
It's for the LDS.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. They have their own.
J-Date.
J-Date for the Mormons. But your typical run-of-the-mill guy, right? Honda Accord, just normal guy. And he was lamenting that he was like that he couldn't get a date. And I was like, dude, there's no way. Like, you're a decent enough guy. And he's like, no.
You're all right. I mean,
well,
you're fine.
I mean, like, again, I'm not lying and telling you that he's like the most handsome guy in the world, but he's not horrible. And then I was like, dude, who are you messaging? And he showed me the girls that he was messaging. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, really? You can't get a response. Like, the only people who were messaging were like the hottest people that you've ever seen. I didn't even think those people were real. I'm like, there's no way that person's real on the dating site. Just model hot. And like the models, like all their photos, their profile photos, they're on like yachts. They're like they're in Greece. They're just, and I'm like, dude, what? I'm like, why don't you try like one of these? Like, why don't you try like these? And he had some girls that had like matched him, right? There's like a mutual match thing. And they were fine. He's like, well, but with these over here. I'm like, yeah, none of those are responding to you.
And that right there is why this honey trap works.
Yes.
Right there.
Yes.
That's all you need to know.
Yes. He could not understand why he would message this over here when this exists over here, even though no one from the super hot sector was messaging him.
And let's be honest, too. The other thing about this story is that the women asking her to do that are probably already seeing activity like what she is going to.
They have a reason to ask for this help because they're already suspicious of their dude and they're not confident in their relationship.
So that guy is probably already seeing stuff like this in his DMs,
Either that
because that's how you cheat.
Either that or he's just some poor bastard sitting there and all of a sudden he's like, what is this? This has never happened to me before. Ah! Next thing you know, life ruined.
All right, how to lose a woman in one move. That will be next, but first, Buck with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a SportsCenter update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this SportsCenter update. First on the Fan, the Mariners swept out of Philadelphia. They lose 11-2 to the Phillies today, as Max Kepler and Kyle Schwarber both go deep for Philly. That is Schwarber's 45th dinger of the season. The Mariners will now head back to Seattle after losing 7 of their last 8. They will start a 6-game homestand on Friday. There was an injury scare at Ravens practice today as Lamar Jackson was stepped on and came up holding his right wrist. He left practice with a trainer. Team doctor says he's expected to be okay. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Sports Saturday with Joe Fisher and Rashad Taylor. Saturday mornings at 9 on the Fan Sports Network. 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. We've got a huge variety of metals in stock, and we cut to size fast. Bottom line, we get it done fast, so you get it done fast. Doesn't get easier than that. Metal Supermarkets, the convenient stores for metal. Find a store or buy online at metalsupermarkets.com.
If you could hear Old Spice Fiji Antiperspirant, what would it sound like? First, you'd start with Fiji Antiperspirant's amazing scent of palm trees. Add pure notes of fresh coconut and layer on 24/7 odor and sweat protection. You won't hear any dyes or parabens because with Fiji, you won't have any. So while your regular antiperspirant sounds like this, Old Spice Fiji sounds like this. Sounds like it smells amazing.
Right now, get 50% off all window styles plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. Hurry, sale ends soon. Trust Window Nation. Schedule your free estimate now at 866-90Nation or visit windownation.com/Portland Thorns. License number OR 249065.
We're brought to you today by GNC. Hope I'm not interrupting your workout routine, but the GNC Live Well sale is going on right now. Buy one, get one, 50% off everything in the store and at GNC.com. That's right, everything. Protein, pre-workout, creatine, vitamins, supplements, and so much more. Go for it all and don't miss out. At GNC, nutrition isn't just the department, it's the whole freaking store. You got goals, GNC has results. Visit your local GNC store or go to GNC.com.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy
the squirts?
Well, no, he just doesn't wipe.
Well, I mean, but that...
I've never heard of this ever.
He thinks he's got some sort of clean situation going on there, and it's just not the case?
No, does he have a bidet, or is he just he's going all natural?
Wait till you hear what he said.
Okay.
She eventually asks him point blank, "Do you wipe after you dookie?"
I didn't know that this was even a thing.
He shrugged and said, "Nah, wiping is kinda gay."
What?
Well, why would I touch my own?
Yeah.
Well, in that case,
yeah. Hey, the man's got some good points.
She said she laughed, thought he was joking. He was not.
Yeah, that'd be a deal breaker.
So does he have a whole circle of friends that all think that wiping their butt is
Yeah,
gay?
he does. He said she found out that he legitimately believes that wiping makes you gay, and that real men just
spread and go. Huh?
Yep, that's right.
That's like something someone tells you to sleep over in first grade, and you believe until your dad tells you it's not true. Like, what? How do you hold on to that?
She says, you make me sick. And that's incredibly unhealthy and unhygienic, and this is a major problem. And he said that she was being judgmental.
No, that's...
And she should accept him for who he is.
Yeah, I'm judging that you're disgusting.
You should probably leave.
And she did.
Yeah, well, the idea that you wouldn't be willing to wipe for someone, although I guess he couldn't wipe, because if he was white, then he'd be gay, and then
I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm
gay.
gay.
So,
right.
I see his point. That's a valid point. Touche. Can't wipe. Can't wipe.
She broke up with him. She said he started sulking and said that she was being shallow. And he told her that she was prioritizing societal expectations over true love.
Wow.
So, I mean, like the mental gymnastics.
This guy has full buy-in on this. That's amazing.
Nice guilt trip.
He even texted her a link to a men's rights subreddit about wiping, about how wiping is emasculating.
Oh boy,
it's like woke to wipe your butt now.
That's like an Andrew Tate sort of thing. Like real men don't wipe, and yeah, that's unbelievable. And yet it's kind of believable.
Totally believable.
Men are
this goes back to our men are just
we're just
out to lunch, man.
And we're getting dumber.
We're the worst.
We're getting dumber by the day. So you're upset that did you think that a lady would love you with a dirty ass? Like
right. That's the thing.
Well, how
must that feel? Like can you I mean not
you
to get too
you have the world's itchiest bunghole.
Yeah, like what? Like, why is that? You think that's okay? Like, how are you living with that?
Must be eating clean.
Well, I'm guessing if wiping makes you gay, then a bidet would really make you super duper gay, right? Because that's
probably.
One is touching, and the other one is splooshin'. You got to power wash, so you can't even do that. So can you get in the? I'm fascinated by the makes you gay. So can you not wash when you get in the shower? Because that again would also make you gay. So you're just your balloon knot just needs to remain untouched.
Permanently crusty.
Boy.
The woman said she has since been texted a few passive-aggressive messages from him, such as, "Hope your next guy wipes and lies to you about it," and "Real men don't fold for toilet paper."
Wow. I'm fascinated by
this man may never find a partner. I wonder if he'll ever figure it out.
That's never going to work for him.
And by the way, put him on an FBI watch list because he's going to shoot somebody. Just telling you right now, that's the sort of guy that is not going to get laid for a while, and he will end up shooting up a concert, all because he's got a dirty, itchy ass, and that just has. And you can't even scratch your ass because it's dirty. Like you can't. Well, that and it again make you gay. So he's in a pickle here because he's got an itchy, dirty butt. He can't scratch it because he's gay, or he'll become gay. He can't wipe because he'll be gay. Boy, maybe he should just consider being gay. Maybe at that point, he just needs to just lean into it and go with that lifestyle. Unbelievable. I would love to meet this man.
I kind of want to know what other ideas he has about the world and society.
Well, I love meeting ultra-masculine men that aren't masculine at all. I find it hilarious. It's my
that's most ultra-masculine men.
And it's just one of my favorite things in the world. To take an ultra masculine man and see, because they all fold. Like none of them have any sort of backbone at all, and it's kind of adorable. but they can bully women and bully tiny men.
Well, yeah, that's what they do.
That's what they do.
Ultra masculinity is just it's a mask
Yes.
for insecurity is
Yes.
all it is. And it's quite pathetic in a lot of ways. But I picture this guy kind of good looking. You said Andrew Tate. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's who this is.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't have any problem, pulling some tail.
Yeah, decent looking guy, and he just is like, hey, this is
Maybe
what I do.
even some success, he's successful or whatever. He doesn't wipe. I have never heard of that ever.
Ever. I love the I hope your next boyfriend wipes and lies to you about it.
And I also wonder if that's just a dude who just saw that on a Reddit thread and just went, oh.
What a weird hill to
yeah.
die on.
Yeah, it's like he just believed it. He's like, oh, okay, I think that's right.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stop. What the hell?
Yeah. Take your, that's with the man card. Oh,
yeah,
you
it's
wipe?
the man card.
The man card.
Again, men. The worst.
The worst. The
inferior species by a factor of 1 billion.
Very, very fragile, delicate creatures that love to masquerade as uber tough guys.
All right, what is Brooke Hogan talking about? We'll get to that next on The Fan.
Dirt and Sprague. Dirt and Sprague.
Even though I think most of us think Dante's going to be the starter, Lanning doesn't always operate in that world. But I find it interesting they haven't announced one. They may not announce one even after Montana State.
I don't think you're going to get one in
playing down at.
Is he wearing his Ben Harper hat?
No, I don't think he has the balls to wear that hat.
He said as much before.
Yeah, he bought the Ben Harper hat, put it on, and
was like, I don't know if I can pull this off.
I can't pull this. So he's taking a scooter.
Nice.
Which I think
it's amazing to me how much that man talks about going on the scooter. He does it a lot.
He loves the scooter.
Yeah. Well, I think it's clearly like a cheaper option than an Uber, and I think he knows he's going to be drinking later, so he doesn't want to take the car. So I get it, but man his size on those little Lime scooters,
I know.
Kind of funny.
I think it would be funny to see him scootering
me too.
with that big old insurrectionist beard.
By the way, I kind of can't believe those things still exist. Like
the scooters?
There's no requirement. Like if you ride a bike around, you have to wear a helmet, right? So that you don't get in. Like it seems like the risk is through the roof, and it's a company leasing these out on the hourly basis or whatever. Like I'm stunned that you don't have more people just cracking skulls on the pavement, and that there aren't lawsuits everywhere.
No, that's true, because don't people just get drunk and ride them?
That's like the best option when the Uber's too much money, you're going to take too long. I'll just take a scooter. And I'm like, how is people in a metropolitan area riding around on scooters drunk without helmets a good idea for anyone?
Now, can you get a Dewey on a scooter?
I would imagine you can. You can get a buoy on a bike.
Yeah.
So like, why wouldn't you? And this is motorized. In fact, it might go faster than a lot of bicycles.
Yes, you can get a DUI on an electric scooter. Wow. How about that? Well, maybe that deters people from...
I don't think it does. I just feel like cops don't write tickets for them. They see someone, they're like, not worth my time.
Well, you remember the whole fad where they were saying, like, people were throwing scooters off of bridges and stuff?
Yeah, they were like... Yeah, they were basically like displacing them or chucking them around or whatever. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
I
think some of that was like we don't need a bunch of this mucking up our city, so we'll destroy them because it's vandalism. But I don't know.
It was like backlash against companies that harm the environment. I don't know.
There's also some.
I can't keep up.
There's also a funny story in Seattle. Basically, the way the city is kind of sloped geographically or topographically. Everyone was taking scooters to get from like the shoreline like up a hill and then just leaving them there. So the company constantly had to take truckloads of scooters back down to the shore because people were only riding them up the hill and not back down the hill.
Huh. Well, I mean, if you think about it, the scooter thing, if it gets you around downtown, that's not a bad way to go.
And I have no idea. What do those things cost?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't have the app. I think you know what? I'm going to do a scooter one of these days. I'm going to do that. I'm going to report back.
You sure about that?
No, but I don't know. It seems like kind of fun.
It does seem kind of fun.
Cover some ground.
This is one of those things, and Souk talks about this a lot. This is like one of those things that feels like you do on vacation and you do nowhere else. Like, I don't know. For whatever reason, just because it's there and other people are doing it, people are like, yeah, good idea. But if you really stop and think about it, not at all a good idea.
No. Well, I think I've said this on the air before, but I have a buddy who lives downtown, and he said, dude, it is stunning how quick it is to walk anywhere downtown. He's like, walking here, Portland's downtown, everything's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a 20-minute walk.
Super
you
compact.
think it's really far.
It's
not. Just walk.
In fact, it might take you longer to drive in some of these cases with traffic lights and whatnot.
All right. Well,
Brooke Hogan tomorrow?
Yeah, Brooke Hogan tomorrow. She's claiming that her dad's death is suspicious, and there's video that will prove that.
See, I hadn't heard that part.
I think she's crazy, but
maybe so.
We'll talk about that tomorrow.
We like crazy here.
Hopefully, Big Souk gets down to Pioneer Courthouse Square without scraping up his knees.
Yeah, or his cute little bald head.
Yeah. Everybody have a great night. We are back tomorrow, 3 to 7 on The Fan. Good night.
Ships of space.